Seamus, you can lead us in.
We're doing no headphones, right?
Yeah.
Gotta keep awake because I'll be chewing on Funyuns. Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone. It is your boy DJ Famous Seamus, a.k.a. Seamus Hill, a.k.a. Seamus Thrill. And we are live from the Mass Music Headquarters. We're live, right, Slow-Mo?
Yeah, we're live,
We're live. And I'm joined by the one, the only Antonio Acquelli.
Hello, everybody. Happy Election Day, if you
Yes,
can call
sir.
it that.
Slow-Mo Bo, a.k.a. Slow-Mo.
Hell yeah. I'm behind the scenes. I'm going to jump into it in a little while, so,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned.
And, of course, Scooby, who he won't be here for long. But, yeah, that's the team right now that we've got going.
Very special day we got going. What's today? Lent?
Is it Lent?
No.
Oh, I was going to say. Tuesday, November 3rd, Election Day.
Wow.
Obviously a daunting day. The stakes have been high. They've been real high.
I will give it this, very early on, Biden was looking, strong. But I got to tell you, the president, Donald Trump, has been kicking into high gear. He's been chipping it away all around, all across.
I mean, I woke up this morning to see
Of which I do not like.
Little Pimp trending on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that, Shlomo.
Yep.
No, I got kicked off of Twitter.
Yeah, Little Pump was paid to go out and support Donald Trump, so it's safe to say things are in a state of desperation. He's clinging to whatever he can in order to hopefully win something, but it's not looking too good. Not looking too good whatsoever.
But you know what? Something that we learned in 2016, don't count out Donald Trump.
Don't count out.
He'll think of something.
So in addition to the presidential race, we have a variety of Senate races, governor races, questions on the ballots. It's a jam-packed election day.
A little bit of everything.
Yep.
As always.
And even in Massachusetts, people are lining up at the polls. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my experience was pretty chill. Just walked in, got some hand sanitizer. The fine old gentleman right in the front desk hooked me up with some hand sanitizer and goes, "Have a good one, sir." So I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good right now. So
Sir.
I know he called me sir. So did my civic duty in no time at all. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
hoping
waltzed
you
in as well,
you guys
man.
waltzed in as well.
In and out, 5 minutes.
Nice.
Usually how it goes.
Yeah, usually no lines. Thank God. I know some places they don't have that
Very
leisure.
We're usually pretty lucky here. I was the black sheep. I voted by mail this year. Again, I voted by mail in the primary, and I voted by mail this year. My ballots came in. There was an issue. My mom's ballot didn't come in. All the ballots came in the day, Shlomo, when we were working on the merch, and you were teaching me how to edit.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the day the ballots came in. It was really raining something fierce.
Oh, wow.
And we turned in the ballots in late October. My mom still never got hers, so I had to call the city, and they said, okay, we'll send one right over. And they rushed it, and it came in 2 days.
Wow.
So, and for me, it was pretty easy. I know the first time in the primary, I voted for Ed Mackey, a good friend of mine.
Maki.
Eddie!
He's been to Quincy a couple of times campaigning.
Both those times I was there.
Yep. That's
So
fine.
happy.
Front row, right?
Front row, both times. First time he was a bit maybe tired, but he seemed a bit out of it. The second time he was very nice. He had his hands all up on me.
Whoa, pause.
Hey, I like it.
No, he's like patting me in the back. I'm like, whoa, Senator, there's a COVID. You can't do that. I don't care about
He was
anything else.
just feeling giddy. It's okay.
But he's a good guy.
Great guy.
I passed because apparently I didn't know this. I passed my ballots to the person at the post office. I go, here they go. These are for you. I had to give them to a person, so nothing nefarious happens.
Yeah.
And they mailed it over. But then later I found out, there's a drop box, so I dropped off at the drop box.
And
Oh, not
I'm
bad.
looking right now in New Hampshire. Less than 1% of the votes are in. However, Donald Trump is winning.
Oh no!
16-10 already. Only
Uh-oh.
26 votes have been counted.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
that's how things are looking in New Hampshire right now.
Uh,
Massachusetts, if you're listening right now and you have not voted, please get out and vote. You have until 8 p.m. And if you are in line when the polls close, stay in line because you can still vote. Everyone has to get their turn.
That's right.
So do your civic duty, get out there, and vote.
Also, something that we never mentioned is
Yes.
sometimes accidents happen. Maybe you're not registered at the right polling place, or like you registered a couple days ago. Well, not like something like that. But you always have the option to fill out a provisional ballot. And what that is The provisional ballot is like a regular ballot, but it has your name and info and all of it. And the election officials will go through it and verify it. And if it's all kosher and it goes through, it'll count as an official ballot. But if it doesn't fly, something's off, then they're not going to count it. But always fill out a provisional ballot.
Hell yeah.
If something's up.
Definitely.
Always.
Well, yeah, no, there's a lot going on right now. What are the first states that are reporting back right now that the polls have closed?
Well,
Kentucky, I believe, right?
Yeah, we're waiting for Kentucky, waiting for Indiana. Nothing.
Nothing so far.
Nothing. Long lines. Oh, I don't know.
people
Oh, hold on a second.
Oh,
We actually do have some results out of Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana, the home of Vice President Pence. Currently a little more than 1% reporting Donald Trump 68.4% to Joe Biden's 29.7%.
And Kentucky looks to be 0 still, so nothing out of Kentucky.
You know what?
Nothing?
Nothing.
You know what?
What's that?
I'm going to call it.
You're going to call it?
You're going to call it already?
I'm gonna call it,
Okay.
Yeah.
We're 18 minutes in.
Mass Music Radio is
first
calling
call of the night.
Indiana for Donald Trump.
Indiana for Trump?
As expected. Unless something, horrible happens, we'll rescind the call, just like in 2000, except it was Florida. But, there's been no movement for Joe Biden in Indiana at all. It's the home of the vice president. It's really pretty run-of-the-mill. They don't have any ballots coming in for governor, but I'm sure they want to count all those presidential ballots first.
Yeah.
So Mass Music Radio is going to call Indiana for Donald Trump, putting the total electoral vote, Donald Trump 11 to Joe Biden's 0.
Zilch.
A lot of trouble.
So, Indiana is reported less than 1% alongside New Hampshire, which has done the same.
I'm calling the race.
Donald Trump currently winning 68.3% to Joe Biden's 29.7%. Mind you, this is like 1% of the whole country, so it is very early on. But this is what it's looking like so far. Us here at Mass Music Radio, we're going to keep you locked in to the happenings of the election as they unfold this evening, live.
Indiana's 11 electoral votes is 2% of the entire electoral college, so we're still doing pretty good. Oh,
what's wrong? You hungry?
I'm not stepping on you, am I?
I think he's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry.
Sorry, we had we were interrupted by Scooby, who is pretty fucking hungry. Stop. But yes.
I'm going to wait another couple minutes and I'm going to call another race.
Call another race. So, mind you, if you missed it, Antonio's made the call. He believes Indiana is going to be won by Trump already.
Yeah, I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes, see if any preliminary results come in for Kentucky, and I might call Kentucky for the presidential race. But we're waiting for any numbers on the U.S. Senate race. Let's have a discussion about that. So, for those who don't know or follow politics very well, Kentucky is home to one of the most influential, love him or hate him, people in the entire American government, and that's Mitch McConnell. He's the Republican leader in the Senate. He's the majority leader in the Senate. Now, for those who've been following politics for even just the last 5 years, Mitch McConnell has been a thorn in the side of progress for so many freaking years. Oh, hold on. Actually, as I said that, we actually got some results from Kentucky. Let's talk about the Senate race right now. So we have some results from Kentucky. It's just a little over 1% coming out of Kentucky. Mitch McConnell, 81.4% to Amy McGrath's 14.4%.
Wow.
Nothing yet. It's nothing yet.
It's minimal. Yep.
Where's this coming from? It's coming from. This is preliminary results from Casey County, so it's pretty rural area, but Amy McGrath was the handpicked choice by Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats. And remember, she ran a campaign against Charles Booker,
really?
Who was a young black, I think he was a state senator or state rep. And his movement, for his campaign, really came alive in late June because I think he represents Louisville, and we remember what happened in Louisville. Breonna Taylor was killed in Louisville.
Yes.
So it was a very close race. Amy McGrath, or Lamey McGrift, as I like to call him. Lamey McGrift.
Lamey?
Lamey McGrift. What a grift, so lame. Thank you, that's right. She's the Trump Democrat, so, that'll be exciting. But that's one of the seats that people are trying to knock off against Mitch McConnell. And let's take a look at the presidential results. Right now we have Donald Trump ahead, 81.7% to Joe Biden, 17.3% in the state of Kentucky.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's good for him.
It is good for him. That is for sure.
All right, Scooby, we're going to get some food, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back.
They will be back indeed.
With more results, hopefully.
More results, and it looks like...
Oh, so with more results. I thought we were going to break.
Anyway,
Anyway,
anyways, I just wanted to chime in real quick. It looks like
Please do.
Antonio said Kentucky, with less than 1% reporting. The results are looking like 71.9% Trump to 26.4%
one more results came in?
Biden. That's the overall. I think that's what you talked about, but it's been factored into...
This is Kentucky?
Yes, Kentucky.
I have it 81.7.
That's in Kentucky. I'm talking overall. Based on the
nationally?
nationally.
Nationally? Oh, I don't have a national map. Let me go open that.
Yep, I got the national map right here. So, open and it's updated further. Kentucky is sitting at both Kentucky and Indiana. 1% of voting has been counted. We have Donald Trump 67.6% to Joe Biden's 30.9%. Nationally speaking, right now, with only about a little over 2% of the entire country's votes counted. So, early on, Trump with a pretty big lead.
But keep in mind, it's practically nothing.
Practically nothing.
Let's
But
see.
Awesome Mass Music Radio, we're getting you the hands.
The current amount of people who have voted right now is less than half of the population of the city.
Yep.
So
Very few.
It's nothing,
Very few.
including the people who's coming out of New Hampshire. Still very little. They don't close till 8 o'clock. So if you're in line in New Hampshire, I have a lot of family in New Hampshire. So stay in line.
Stay in line.
Boys, we're live and direct.
We are live and direct. So just to recap, this is the Mass Music Radio team. We are here reporting on the 2020 presidential election, congressional elections, Senate elections, so far.
Damn, that looks good.
So forth and so forth.
I like it.
This is DJ Famous Seamus, a.k.a. Seamus Hill, joined by Antonio Acquelli.
Antonio Walker.
We're live in the function, and we are reporting on all that is happening. So if you are interested in finding out what's going on with this election, tap in.
That shit looks so good.
Tap
Yes,
in.
sir.
And we have a video stream this time, too, so if you want to see me as I speak,
It's on YouTube.
or Antonio, feel free right now.
I have not looked in the camera. I'm so sorry. I'm so busy. Got all these results.
Come on,
I'm looking
come
at Seamus. I'm
I know,
eating
it's-
Funyuns.
I'm saying, it's a vibe right now. It is a vibe. We might even get Popeyes at some point this
We're gonna get some
evening.
wings, definitely.
Some wings. I'm trying to get some...
Wings and
some-
skins.
Oh, wings.
Speaking of skins,
Whoa.
Versace will be here a little later.
Skin. Have you talked to Versace? Is that
He'll be
confirmed?
here around 7.
Is that facts?
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening right now, thank you for tuning in.
Thank
This
you
is the
so
Mass
much.
Music Radio election special, brought to you by the Mass Music team. We are here live at the Mass Music Headquarters in Quincy Point, Massachusetts.
All boarded up.
We've all voted. And if you're in Massachusetts right now and have not voted, or any of the other states that still have the voting going on, please hit the polls. And if you're in line when they close, stay in line. They're going to let you vote.
Also, if there's any races that you want us to track for you, just message the Mass Music Instagram because
Yep.
I have access to it now.
We have access to it all. And on top of that, we are currently following some interesting races. New Hampshire, Indiana, and Kentucky, like we said, they're the ones that have closed the polls already, so they're coming in quickly.
But more importantly, let's talk about the Patriots. What are they doing?
Oh, my goodness. But yes, Antonio Acquelli and DJ once again live in the building.
You know what? It's I'm gonna make a call.
So, mind you, the first call of the night was Indiana. Antonio predicts that Trump, Indiana. What is your second call of the
I
evening?
have a second call.
second
to
call
make.
alert.
Mass Music Radio is going to project the state of Kentucky for Donald Trump.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Antonio Acquelli's second call of the evening. Both Indiana and Kentucky for Trump.
The Commonwealth of Kentucky going to Donald Trump. Let's add that to, if you want to play along, go to 270towin.com. Oh, I didn't tell you about that. Go to 270towin.com. You have an interactive electoral map that's going to help be incredibly so beneficial to us. It's going to be tremendous.
Yep,
but
things are looking wonderful over here.
But right now it's Donald Trump 19 and Joe Biden 0. It is still very early. And Antonio, why are you making these calls when some of the voters are still voting?
Why is that?
Just one, we're not that big that we'll get in trouble for making these calls, these
Yep.
premature calls, because we would influence the. Well, no, it is true.
Yeah.
If like CNN says, oh, we're going to call the race right now, but there's still people voting. Oh, screw it. We're not going to show up and vote anyway. And that's voter suppression.
It is voter suppression.
Voter suppression.
Although indirect, it is still suppressing.
Yes, and we're only talking about the east part of Indiana, Kentucky, which have already closed up right now. So, and we tell people to stay in line. But going back to Kentucky, there's been no indication or trends that Joe Biden is making up any ground in Kentucky. So it looks like it's going to stay in the Donald Trump column. It's never even been in discussions for a Joe Biden victory.
Yeah.
But out of Kentucky, the thing we're going to be looking at right now is how well Amy McGrath is going to perform against Mitch McConnell.
Yep.
Keep in mind, 2019, I think it was, Andy Beshear, son of former governor, former Governor Beshear, that's his father. He beat the incumbent Matt Bevin, Republican governor. So Kentucky does have the ability to elect Democrats, but it all depends on which ones.
Yeah. No, it's true.
They ain't electing Ayanna Presley's in Kentucky.
No, they're definitely not.
Statewide, at least.
Yeah.
Statewide.
But, I mean, hey, there's some interesting races going on this evening, and that is 100% for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to close out Indiana on my tab because I already called it.
Yep,
I'm going to keep Kentucky open because we still got that interesting center race. Yeah, we got more results coming from Kentucky, more results coming from Kentucky. Will I have to rescind my call? Probably not.
Probably not.
Let's see. Absentee. That's interesting. If we are on the New York Times interactive election maps, and it's actually, I think it's a really good resource. Have you used this before?
I've not.
Not sponsored, by the way. I will say I've had to call the New York Times before.
Really?
Because I was having an issue with my free download. I'm like sticking it to the media establishment. So basically, if you're in the library like we are, some libraries offer free access to the New York Times on a time limit though. And I wanted to watch the results for the Massachusetts primary on September 1st, but I'm trying to log in, and I can't get in. So I had to call the librarian. I don't know which librarian this is, but she has such a beautiful voice. Like if I pictured like
Should tell her she should be a voice actress.
no, I feel like this voice comes from a very attractive person.
Okay.
And I'm dying to know who this is.
So she helped you with your.
She helped me a lot.
Oh my goodness.
But what happened was I don't know what's up with the libraries. Like they've been referring responsibilities to me, but I had to call the New York Times, and I was on the phone with like a guy, and he basically said, yeah, this is a whole system-wide problem. I go, really? The entire New York Times is having login problems? Yeah, we've been getting a lot of calls on that. I'm like, oh, all right. McConnell's up by a point.
McConnell is up
No,
by
he's
a
up
point.
additionally by a point. He's still at 64%. It's not a nail biter.
Yeah, it's not a nail biter. Kentucky is up to 3% reported right now with Donald Trump in the lead, 69.4% to 29.2. Keep in
We
mind,
got nothing out of Fayette County.
Nothing out of Fayette County.
We got nothing out of Jefferson County. We have
Nope.
nothing out wherever Frankfurt is, the capital. But it's still a very uphill climb for Amy McGrath because no one really likes her.
Keeping it a buck. Indiana's up to 2% now. Trump is still in the lead over there.
Will I have to rescind my call?
No, it's looking like you're on track to being correct for both Indiana and Kentucky as of right now.
I'm just going off historical trends. I'm surprised the New York Times didn't call it.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Maybe they're trying to be responsible.
You never know.
Can you imagine they going on Twitter?
Yeah.
Mass Music Radio calls.
I'm
Indiana,
telling you,
Kentucky.
For those of
Donald
you
Trump.
out there who are just now tuning in, we've had 2 calls tonight so far, both made by Antonio, of course.
Yes.
First of which, Indiana, won by Donald Trump. Second of which, Kentucky, won by Donald Trump. And we are joined now in the studio by Jimmy Versace, who has just come in. Welcome, Jimmy V.
What up?
How are we?
We're live right now.
We're live right
let's
now.
go.
Look at see, you literally just came in on air right now as we were speaking.
Share it up.
Share it up.
It's a big night.
It's
We've
a
made-
huge
we've
night
already
right
made-
now.
We've already made 2 calls.
2 calls. So Versace, he's new, and for anyone else, once again, who is new, Indiana and Kentucky. Antonio has called it. He believes Trump is going to win both states already. We have, 2% in Indiana, 3% in Kentucky so far. So
Maybe
it's
I'll
early.
move down. I'm
It's
trying to
early,
find a
Versace.
place where we can have James fit in, unless he wants to sit in almost
This looks
tiny seat.
He's looking. He's basing this off of historical evidence. You know, trends that have occurred in the past.
And there's been no indication that these states would ever flip.
How significant would you think that would be?
Pretty bad for Donald Trump.
Bad for Donald Trump?
It would be bad if it flips to Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Kentucky is more likely than Indiana because Kentucky has a Democratic governor, and Indiana voted for Barack Obama in 2008, which was 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Should I sit here?
Yeah, just take Shlomo's mic.
Yeah, I don't know if his mic is. Oh wait, nope. Turn that back a little bit. I just realized the camera's on that. You're good right there. You're good.
Oh, can you? Oh, let's see. We'll try to find a place for you. We can
We'll
share.
get it going in a little bit. I don't. See, Shlomo's going to feed the pooch right now, so.
He'll be
I
back.
called him. I'm like, yo, with the stew, where you at?
Yeah, he bailed. He bailed on us.
You gotta feed the doggo.
We have
I mean, it's
Funyuns
okay.
and marshmallows and ginger ale.
It's an interesting combo.
It's a good South Park reference to the episode where Jimmy and Timmy join the Crips, and they
Oh, goodness.
like the gang. Oh my god, it's so funny because they wanted to start a club for people who are crippled at birth instead of people who are crippled like by accident. So they join a club called the Crips. It's a great episode, and they kill a bunch of Bloods by total accident, and they bring back a bunch of snacks for the Crips, and they go, and they brought us marshmallows and ginger ale.
We gotta love it.
There's gonna be no friendship tonight. There's gonna be no coming together like the Bloods or Crips. It's gonna be the opposite.
It's gonna be opposite. I feel like no matter what happens, there's going to be destruction in the streets tonight. Not on a crazy scale, but you know, people are gonna protest. I don't know if you noticed, Newberry Street boarded
Are
up.
we gonna find out tonight who's gonna win?
If things go well,
If
things go well for
it's
Joe Biden, we
close,
could find out
no.
tonight.
Because I'll be honest with you people here. I mean, the politics. I'm just now getting into the swing of things.
Really,
after
you seem so
2016.
informed.
I mean, I don't mean, too much.
You
I'm a
and
pretty smart
Gianni.
kind of guy. My brother keeps me in line. That's why. But no, I'm like, dude, it's gonna be crazy tonight. I feel like people are gonna be upset either way, and I hope it's the Trump supporters that are upset. But I was going off of at least about the results being announced tonight. I had no idea. Antonio actually was the one who had to hit me. I guess what state was it that's not counting their absentee ballots? Pennsylvania.
It's been that Pennsylvania. I think they've said that they will not even open absentee ballots until tomorrow, because they're expecting a flood of in-person turnout in Pennsylvania, and they're expected to have most results by I almost said September
What do you
by a
think
Friday.
about people flying to Florida to vote in Florida? Is that against? Is that ethical?
Are they registered to vote in Florida?
I don't know. I just feel like I've seen some people that are like, oh, I'm just gonna fly to Florida to vote in Florida because obviously Florida would be more important of a state to vote in.
If you live in Florida, that's okay.
But could you get away with it if you didn't live in Florida?
Well, no, because Florida's got any red state has the most strict voter protection laws. Like, James, you vote, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say they're gonna go. Oh, what's your name and address? You don't live here. I don't know if Florida's a voter ID state. I wouldn't be surprised.
I gotta do something. I lied to you just now. I did not vote.
Okay.
Boo!
Seamus,
I
tell.
was busy today.
Not
Choking the
voting.
chicken? That's what you're doing all the Sorry. It's supposed to be an educational broadcast.
No, I mean,
It's okay.
I just feel like Massachusetts. We already know who's gonna win.
I
I
mean,
will vote when we get rid of the electoral college. That's when I will vote.
Well, the thing is, buddy, you could have voted on the questions today. It's not even about,
That's true. Yeah.
not even about the president. We had to
I
vote.
The questions are direct
I know I'm
democracy.
It is
Yeah.
direct democracy.
Other places don't have that right, and I am kind of a jerk for not.
It's
voting.
all right. It's
But
okay.
I'll get them next time.
You'll get them next time. Well, I mean,
And
actually, you have
proud
until 8 o'clock if
be
you're
an
registered.
American.
So
How
if
do
you
I
want-
vote?
Are you registered?
No.
Oh, well then, that'll
Have
do
you
it.
had any interactions with the DMV, RMV within the last 2 years?
Not 2 years yet.
That's
Oh.
all right.
Because in Massachusetts, for those who don't know, Massachusetts recently passed automatic voter registration. So
They
I
did.
think it's if you turn 18 or you have any interactions with the RMV, you are automatically registered to vote as an unenrolled independent.
Oh, alrighty. And with 8% of Kentucky called, we have Joe Biden leading 55% to 43.1%.
Whoa!
So, Antonio, your call is I mean, it's only 8%, so we still have a ways to go.
Fayette County is the second most populated county in Kentucky. That's where the cities are.
Yep.
So it's expected that Joe Biden's going to do really well. But there's a lot of rural out there.
There is a lot of rural out there. I mean, even the rural in Massachusetts, they're going red. So I can only imagine in Kentucky.
I got to tell you, I love the Berkshires because they're off on their own, and they still got it right. They always vote. They always seem to vote the right way.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a house out there.
I've always talked about that too. If any realtors are listening and want to hook me up with some Western Mass real estate,
I want
Tap
have you
in.
guys seen Skyfall?
No.
That's the James Bond movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. Sean Connery, by the way.
Sean Connery actually he said it was okay to slap women, so
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna.
Oh, that makes sense, man.
You just
I'm
smack
not gonna
him
say what I
across
would
the
like to
face.
do, but you know,
But-
not looking like it.
In Skyfall, it's where James Bond lives. It's got like a nice big country estate, and it's got all this land and the roaring, foggy hills of the UK.
Yep.
Let's see.
I also one time I just wanted to shout out Steel and Naz. We got Magic Mike in the comments right now. Someone else said, "Is that McGillicuddy?" Yes, indeed, it is Seamus McGillicuddy
People are
in the building.
watching. This?
People are watching this. People are here.
Remarkable.
People are live.
Remarkable.
The people want informative information from the source, from the streets, and we're in the streets. We're in the streets of Quincy Point, Mass Music Radio. We are on the ball. Okay?
We're on the ball right
I
now.
got my boys on my laptops.
Alex Jones.
I know everything I know is up here already. Everything I know, we are ready to go. We're locked in. You know.
Speaking of being locked in, nationally speaking right now, Donald Trump is in the lead 50.9%.
Uh-oh.
To Joe Biden's 47.4. Mind you, that's 3% of Indiana, 8% of Kentucky, less than 1% of New Hampshire has been reported. So,
Isn't that where the true America is, though?
oh no chance. Oh, whoa, what the? Something
Number-
fell. There might
some-
be a ghost in the studio.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
beat
sure.
me to the joke, dude.
I had to do it.
It's such a crazy year. Ghosts. would just
Ghosts.
top it off.
That would definitely top it off.
I think
But
we
yes,
should go to war with the ghosts. We'd win.
I think there's gonna be war tonight. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully not.
Hopefully.
I mean,
I
hopefully.
know the ghost of Ronald Reagan is watching tonight. I know, and he's rooting for Trump.
Yeah, from the front row seats of hell. That's where Ronald Reagan is fucking watching this election.
Well, you
I'll
know,
tell you that
what's
much.
his face?
That's a hot take, Shane.
What's that?
Hot take? No, it is not.
What's that guy's name? Joe Biden was with Ronald Reagan because they served together. They were in government together when Reagan was president because Joe Biden's been in government for a long time. I do a pretty good Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I seen a commercial the other day of
Well.
young Joe Biden. Young Joe Biden seems kind of a savage.
Young Joe Biden.
I thought you were gonna say. I think you say something sad.
Even though
Young Joe Biden was very sad, very
even though
tragic.
The video I seen of young Joe Biden, he was kind of saying some pretty bad stuffs.
Yeah, Joe
Some
Biden.
bad stuff.
Yeah, bad stuff. I don't know exactly, but he was kind of talking about minorities. It seemed like he was.
Can you move your mic stand up a little bit because my head's getting caught up?
Yeah, his.
I'm gonna stand right here.
What the heck? Hello.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm live on air right now, buddy.
Anyway, James, do you want any homework?
Homework?
Yeah. Do you want to watch? Do you want to monitor anything for us?
Yeah. What can I monitor? What can I do?
No.
Can
Who's gonna do?
Can you monitor the Arizona Senate race for us?
I should have my laptop, dude. I'm so prepared. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
How do I do that?
Go to Arizona's not going to close till 9 o'clock, so let's see, Arizona, Colorado, and Kansas. Do you want to monitor Kansas for us?
Put me on Kansas.
Oh, and Montana. Montana has a moderately competitive Senate
I'm gonna
race there.
share the hell out of this YouTube stream,
Please do.
and then I'm gonna get on Arizona. I'm on Arizona.
I want you to watch the Arizona Senate race.
I actually have a friend in Arizona named Joel,
Oh yeah.
so hopefully I'm gonna get him on the phone. Actually.
We're over here live. We got Antonio.
Martha McSally hangs right up. How dare you hang up on me?
Good luck, y'all. Safe.
We're gonna get someone right now from Arizona on the phone for you people called Joel.
You people.
I know him. He's from
America.
Boston.
Oh, we gotta fix this camera over here.
Yeah.
Joel, what's up, buddy? You are live on Mass Music Radio. We are doing the live election special on YouTube. And I got the responsibility of Arizona. I'm supposed to keep track of Arizona.
The Senate race.
The Senate race. How are we doing in the Senate race in Arizona?
Senate race. Mark Kelly and Martha McSally.
Mark Kelly and.
Hopefully Mark Kelly wins it, but we got a whole bunch of Republicans up here in Arizona, so other than in Tucson, we're a Democratic city here, so Mark Kelly probably going to take it by a landslide in Tucson, but if you're looking up north, going towards Glendale, anywhere up there, you're probably going to be seeing lots of Mark Kelly Sally voters.
You're all right.
Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to Mark Kelly winning it. It's going to be a close one.
Joel, this is Antonio Walkawelli, executive producer of MMR Talks. Has there been any indications on people coming out to vote in Maricopa County?
Can you repeat that for me?
How's voter turnout in Maricopa County?
When I saw it, we're seeing a lot of people coming out in Maricopa County, but when I went today, it wasn't that much. A lot of people are voting early in Arizona. It's a big red state, so a lot of people were trying to get their early votes in. But I think it's a normal turnaround. I think it's not really anything that I'm seeing that's extraordinary or anything that's coming out of left field. I think it looks pretty normal, but it'd be a tight race if we're talking about Mark Kelly and Martha McSally.
Yeah, Mark Kelly's lead has gone down the past couple of weeks. How big would this be for Arizona to have two Democratic senators by the end of this year?
This would be huge. Arizona coming from Massachusetts. When you see the public, what's it called? The school system in Massachusetts, and you compare it down to Arizona. Not to talk crap on Arizona or anything, but their school curriculum's garbage. They have a whole bunch of charter schools that are not really working to, put money back into the city to improve the overall the perception of Arizona. We get a lot of snowbirds this time of year when the winter ends. So I think it's going to, I think it's super important for the Democrats to win Arizona. One, for the presidential campaign, because Arizona is such a big battleground state this year. But when it comes down to, senators and everything like that, we really need the Democrats to win it out here, because Republicans have held the power in Arizona for a very long time. And if we don't switch that around, we're going to be continuing to see the senators and the Republicans, majority of the Republicans, continuing to be putting money into charter schools where the curriculum is garbage, and they need to be putting funding back into the public school system.
And one last question before I hand you back to James. Cindy McCain, the widow of John McCain, and your former Senator Jeff Flake have been very supportive of Joe Biden, to the point where Joe Biden is actually floating Jeff Flake for a potential cabinet position. How do you feel about that? What has been the result? Go ahead.
I don't really have an opinion with them two in regards to their relationship with Joe Biden. I think that Arizona has a big love-hate relationship when it comes to the presidential candidacy. We haven't seen a Democrat win,
since Bill Clinton.
Arizona since '98, I'm pretty sure. So, when it comes down to what we're looking at with the relationship between Joe Biden and the Democrats and the side that he's on, I think that it's going to come down to a close race, and I really can't speak on those two because I'm not too informed on them. But when it comes down to the presidential race and the comparisons between how we're looking with the Republican Party and how they favor Donald Trump down here, I think Donald Trump's going to win Arizona by a slim margin. But it's one of those things that we really can't predict until the polling's closed in the next hour.
Okay, thank you so much, Joel. I'm going to give you back to James. Seamus, you have any questions for our Arizona resident?
I do not. That was pretty all-encompassing. I appreciate you for donating your time to us, Joel.
Thank you so much.
Joel, I cannot believe you did that was great insight.
Phenomenal job.
Nothing that I'm going to be able to bring tonight. So I kind of wish we could switch places, but thank you so much, brother.
No problem, man.
Yes, sir. Be good, Joel.
Yeah, polls close in Arizona at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, and once again, if you're still in line, please vote. My brother actually just called me. I know some people saw me get up, and he goes, "Oh, what do you need to bring? You don't need to bring anything. You just bring yourself, your body, your little caboose down to the voting booth, and vote. You don't need an ID. Just gotta tell them, hey, it's my Addy. This is my name. Let me get a ballot. All right. So head on down to the ballots if you haven't yet. You got until 8 o'clock if you're in Massachusetts. a wide variety of times if you're in other states.
Provisional ballots and bring a mask.
Yes, sir.
I seen a video online of some lady not being allowed to vote.
Yeah, some voter suppression. There's all types of voter suppression going on. I didn't see the whole video, but I did see like a little
Ron
clip.
shared it.
I did see that.
I was like, goodness
I did see
gracious.
that. But yeah, nationally speaking right now, 53.7% for Trump versus 44.6% for Joe Biden. This is with 5% of Indiana, 10% of Kentucky, and less than
That was
1%
Do we know anyone
of
else
New
anywhere
Hampshire that has been counted so far.
I only Massachusetts. Only Joel moved
Yeah,
to
we're
Arizona.
gonna find some more people across this great nation and give you their opinions. I know obviously we're based in Massachusetts, specifically the greater Boston area.
We are
So-
Mass Music Radio. after
We are
all.
Mass Music Radio. This is DJ Famous Seamus, joined by Antonio Wacawelli and James Askins, Jimmy from the Q. And we're going to be giving you all of the updates this evening on this 2020 election.
I'm
in
shaking
every single
by how
state.
impressed I was. I'm literally shaking. I'm like,
See,
wow.
I know Antonio's
wow.
being is still oozing at the fact that he did an incredible job with the Arizona correspondent. Phenomenal evening
We might
so
have to call
far.
him again.
But yes,
Back on
6:50 p.m. Ballots or the booths are closing soon.
Oh, let's talk about the states that are coming up at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Which states are those?
So at 7 o'clock, we are going to get. Let me open my my what's that called? My spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets.
I do love a good spreadsheet as well.
So 7 o'clock, we're supposed to get South Carolina, Vermont, Virginia, the beginning of Florida, and Georgia.
Mhm.
So let's talk about the. I know James was up. He came in. Heartburn. No, I'm kidding. But James came in. There's a lot of discussion if we're gonna find out if there's gonna be a winner tonight. We can find out a winner tonight if things go good for Joe Biden. Obviously, Joe Biden would win. So here's what's going to happen. So Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina, those are the three states to watch very early on. They've been accepting absentee ballots and they've been voting in person early for weeks now. And it's suspected that they're going to be able to count their ballots fast, quick, and speedily. So what Joe Biden needs to do is he needs to do at least he could pull off a trifecta, 3 for 3. But if he could do if he does Florida or North Carolina or Georgia and Florida, things are going to look pretty well for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because Georgia became a toss-up in the last couple of weeks. That's just in the presidential race and in the Senate race, which we'll talk about that when things come back up. Let's see. Florida is always contentious. I know Seamus is very, very adamant about Florida.
I'm telling you, the Puerto Ricans are going to change the outcome of the election in Florida.
You know what? For our sakes, I hope they do.
I really hope they do too. Kentucky, wow, 49.4% Joe Biden, 49.0% Trump. Very close right now.
I'll take anything I can
It's
get.
literally 1,000 votes is the difference right now between the two candidates. So
Wow.
if you're one of those people that likes to say, "Oh, my vote doesn't matter," clearly it does, because this is a very close race right now.
I'm still not rescinding my call.
I know, and
Oh,
those
I have someone in Philadelphia.
Someone
people
in
in Philadelphia,
That's what-
Pennsylvania,
Who
that's
is
a
it?
good one.
He'll be as good as Joel. Yeah,
Who is it?
I gotta get. It's my friend Joe Sis,
Joe Sis?
aka Tank Tater. I'm gonna try to get his phone number right now. I don't know his number. I have someone in Ohio too, actually.
Perfect.
Ohio. James, our national correspondent.
national correspondent.
I have people all over the country. So when I run, I'm already have a head start on people to vote for me.
Yep.
So I'm gonna call
Oh.
my Ohio correspondent right now, Max.
Max?
Badnar.
Max? Okay.
Max.
Max?
Max.
With X?
Max, hello. We're here live in the Mass Music Studio here in Quincy Point. It's a 2020 live election special. I'm here with my friend Seamus. I'm here with my friend Antonio.
You're live on the air.
We're live on the air right now. Can we get your thoughts on the election and the Ohio's point of view?
I'm not entirely sure what Ohio is planning on doing. I know that it is a major swing state. What I've seen on my social media, I don't know, but I do
You think Joe Biden is going to take Ohio?
I think so.
Do you want to put some money on that?
Oh my goodness.
I do not want to put any money on this election.
What are your overall thoughts on the two candidates?
Let's see what happens.
Very well. Antonio, any questions for my friend Max?
Max, this is Antonio Wakaweli. This is the executive producer of MMR Talks, and I just ask you real quick. Very early on, the Democrats are going to give up on Ohio, but we keep in mind that Ohio went to Barack Obama twice now, and now they're starting to make a play for it. Right now, polling indicates that Donald Trump could still pull out ahead, but do you think there's going to be any big turnout in Toledo, in Cleveland, out of Cuyahoga County, anywhere else that Democrats can pick up for Joe Biden to eke out a victory? I can ask one more question. Your former governor, John Kasich, he endorsed Joe Biden, and now there's actually been talks of Joe Biden putting John Kasich in the cabinet. Do you have any feelings on what he could bring, even though he has a very spotty record as governor of Ohio? Seamus, you got any questions for Max?
I do not. You covered just about everything for me, Antonio.
All right, thank you so much, Max. And remember the old saying, no Republican wins the White House without Ohio. So let's finish with an O. Hi-O.
Hi-O.
Let's try it again. Let's finish with an O.
Hi-yo. And that's all. Thank you very much, buddy.
Max, man, thank you so much.
Did he say hi-O?
Have a great night, bro.
Hey, thank you.
All right, that was Max from Ohio.
Max
We're
from
calling
Ohio.
calling in live.
Hi-O.
Ohio. So, looking at the national results at this current point in time, we have Trump leading 55.3% to 43% overall. That's with less than 1% of New Hampshire, 6% of Indiana, and 11% of Kentucky that has been reported so far.
Right, I have an update from the Kentucky Senate race.
Okay.
As we've talked about, it's let's see. We have Amy McGrath has taken the lead, 49.7 to Mitch McConnell's 47.3. It's still very early, only 11%. If we look at the map, we have 51% of vote from Fayette County. That's where Lexington is. That's the second largest city. And we have nothing out of Louisville. So we really need to see how the turnout's going to look out in these rural counties, because Amy McGrath has really been trying to push herself as the Trump Republic, the Trump Democrat. She's trying to be like that, one of the good old boys that rural Kentucky can count on.
Sounds like a scumbag.
Yeah, I know. But let's also look at this guy, Brad Barron, the Libertarian, who is pulling away 2.9% of the vote. Maybe Mr. Barron can work things out in our favor.
Yeah, maybe. Just maybe.
Is there anything else coming out of anything else coming out of Kentucky? Not really.
Not really. We have still just about 11%. It's close in Kentucky, I will say. About 1,500 votes that are separating it. Oh, actually, Trump just jumped ahead,
Yes, he did.
50% to Joe Biden's 48.5. So
And where's that vote?
it's gonna be a race till the end. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, actually, I will. Okay, so Jefferson County is where Louisville is. Louisville, the city where Breonna Taylor was killed, the largest city in Kentucky. It's currently 90% for Donald Trump.
90% for Donald Trump.
Yeah, but it's only 80 votes.
Mm-hmm.
But in Louisville, there's no results for Louisville for the Senate race. So it's still very early out of Louisville. So if you're in a line in Kentucky, stay in line because your polls close in about 3 minutes.
Yes, they do.
My connect in Philadelphia is a bit shy. He doesn't want to be on.
That's all right. That's okay. That's fine.
Joel is very interested in coming back on. We'll get another.
We'll tap in with him a little later on. Antonio, Seamus Hill, and Jimmy Versace. live from Mass Music Radio Headquarters in Quincy Point, Massachusetts. This is the 2020 election special. We're going to be keeping you updated on all of the updates across the nation and every single race, so keep it locked.
With Funyuns, marshmallows, and ginger ale.
And coffee at night. I'm not sure.
That would be terrible.
That would be pretty awful.
I'm going to go refill my drink so you guys can talk. I'm going to stand over here and see if your mic is on anyway.
Sounds perfect. So yes, it is a crazy day. I feel like it's been leading up to this for I don't even know how long at this point. I've been seeing just so much stuff on the news
James,
about
say
this
something.
election.
We have to find out, Seamus, what is going on.
That is true. I think that'd be the first step, is identifying the problem at hand. That's always the first step. You sound like you're going to say something profound.
I have a lot to say.
I was going to say I wouldn't because your mic's not on.
Oh, jump and steal Antonio's for a second then. That's fine.
We gotta wait for Shlomo to fix the camera.
I know we got all types of issues going on right here, but it's your boy Seamus Hill keeping you going. But so you just move the camera around again, buddy.
Oh, what?
It's on there. The camera. The bull in a china shop, Jimmy Versace, at it again.
Okay.
Yeah, see the cameras are up there, so whenever you touch that, it
So
moves the
in
camera
short,
around.
Ohio is pretty much in play from what we said with Max. If you guys didn't hear any of that.
Yep, Ohio's in
That
play.
was a friend of James. James is his.
So
He
the
says that
two
Ohio
calls,
is very much in play.
the two calls of the evening so
Oh,
far.
it's almost 7 o'clock.
Indiana and Kentucky both going to Trump. That is what Antonio believes. He made that call, like 20 minutes ago? I'd say this
40.
Is 40 minutes. This is
No,
when
pretty
less
early.
than 1% of the votes were reported for both
It's
states.
about to be 7 o'clock. I'm about to make some more calls, too.
Oh, 6:59 p.m. He is right. We have 1 minute until some more calls are being made. Still a slim one in Kentucky, 50.9% for Trump, 47.5% for Biden. And we've got
Turn on
64.6%
James's mic.
in Indiana, and 64.6% for Trump in
Have you been
Indiana,
listening?
and
We've been having a good
33
show.
Biden.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's all right.
We gotta get Joel back on.
We got to get the cameras fixed too.
Arizona, is he at the polls?
Shlomo Bo, the self is back.
If I may, right before Shlomo hops in, it is 7 o'clock on the Eastern Seaboard, and
Yes,
we
it
have
is.
some polls closing, and we have some calls to make.
Let's see. So I will refresh you. Antonio's first two calls have said Indiana and Kentucky to Trump. What are your new calls, Antonio, at this hour?
It is 7 o'clock, and Mass Music Radio is now going to project the state of South Carolina and its 9 electoral
No, you're
votes
good, James. I got
for,
a camera for you already.
for Donald Trump.
Donald
South Carolina
Trump's-
is projected to win.
South Carolina?
South Carolina. We have some calls also. The state of Vermont, home of Bernie Sanders. We are projecting that Vermont and its 3 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden.
Joey
Joe
Biden.
Biden is going to be the winner in the
Twist the
state
mic
of
towards you.
Vermont. And you know
When do
what?
Fix that camera too, Shlomo.
I got
Sorry.
some stones on me, so I'm going to make this very controversial call.
Let's see it.
Mass Music Radio is going to project that the Commonwealth of Virginia and its 13 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden.
Joey B.
I'm calling it right now.
Polls close at 7 p.m. in Virginia. If you're listening and are in Virginia and are in line, stay in line, please. For the love of God.
We also have Florida and Georgia. Florida and its 29 electoral votes is too early to call. The state of Georgia, too early to call.
First time in nearly 30 years that Georgia's going to be a battleground
Exactly.
this election. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for
So
Georgia.
let's input those calls into my 270 to win. What did I call? South Carolina, Virginia.
So South Carolina
Vermont.
for Trump, Virginia for Biden, and then you said something about Vermont as well.
Yeah, so right now we have Donald Trump with 28 electoral votes. That's Indiana, Kentucky, and South Carolina. Joe Biden with 16, with Vermont and Virginia.
And it has just been announced that Donald Trump has won Kentucky.
Who's this? The AP's calling it?
The New York Times have called it.
That's
Oh,
no
well, you know what? I
surprise.
called it first.
Well, we called it first. That is true.
It's just now been announced. Breaking news: James Askins will never go to Kentucky. I
Whoa.
will never, even when I run for president, I'm not gonna step foot in Kentucky.
I gotta tell you, I called the race before the AP, so
Exactly. Donald Trump in the lead,
How close
8-3.
it's not gonna
Kentucky?
be close. It's
Yeah,
not gonna be
it's
close.
not going to be close if they've already called it.
I can't believe
Yep, so if you're listening now, Kentucky, Donald Trump has won.
Kentucky's
As
supposed to be
first broken on Mass Music Radio by Antonio Acquelli. Keep it
that. I have
locked.
to credit you.
Yeah, they do have to credit
They
you.
should.
The people are saying that Versace's mic might still not be working functionally, so we'll have to look into that.
If I can interject, I am on it.
Oh,
Hey, look who's here,
Shlomo
Shlomo.
snuck
Trust
back
me, man.
in.
It's funny. As soon as I left the building, I get a call from James. He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I just left," and he's like, "Oh, I'm here." And before I could where to sit and what to do, I could already hear, he walked in and you guys with a huge thunderous applause. He hangs up and I'm like, all right. So I turn on the show in my car, and all of a sudden, before I could say anything, I just hear, no, there's cameras attached to it. And then I went home, put it on the YouTube on my TV in the kitchen as I'm like grabbing some food.
Hey, you can
And,
probably see
like,
the camera
it wasn't too
swinging
bad.
back and
It
forth.
was a little
It's all
off
right.
center, but
I should
know.
have said something sooner though. That's not Versace's bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me get James's
Two
mic
things
ready for
very
y'all.
two things very quickly.
Two updates.
The Associated Press has joined me in calling Vermont for Joe Biden.
Yep.
Called it early. And the Associated Press is calling the state of Virginia for Mark
Scooby.
Warner. Mark Warner is the current senator out of Virginia, and he's running for re-election and he'll win re-election. If we can quickly run back to Kentucky, is still very close. Amy McGrath, 48.6. Mitch McConnell.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, so Pennsylvania looked like a lockdown, a lock for Joe Biden. But over the last couple of weeks, Donald Trump has been able to knock a couple points off. We're not going to know anything out of Pennsylvania until at the latest next week. If I were to guess, it looks like Joe Biden is going to be doing a lot better than Hillary Clinton did, but I'm not going to make a call on it yet. I want to see how the results are. Pennsylvania, they got to look at Philadelphia, and they got to look at Pittsburgh. And the thing that is going to put, if Joe Biden wins tonight and Joe Biden wins Pennsylvania, it's going to be all the suburbs outside of Philadelphia and all outside of Pittsburgh, because those suburbs are flipping to Joe Biden ever since the 2018 midterm election.
Yep.
So if I were to say right now, I would give it to Joe Biden, maybe, but don't count anything out yet.
Yep,
Their
so-
polls are still open.
Long story short, essentially what Antonio is saying is he believes Joe Biden is going to come out victorious.
Joey B.
Pennsylvania.
Sleepy
keep in
Joe,
mind-
Sleepy Seamus.
And keep in mind they have until when? Friday to count the mail-in ballots?
No, so they won't. They might not have results
Might
Friday.
not.
Oh, and
So-
Pennsylvania had a whole hubbub with the Supreme Court and all that, naked ballots and all that. But
A lot of
everything was able
drama.
A lot
Yeah.
of drama, yes.
Let's
But
see.
nationally, it looks like Trump has taken to receive 1 million votes. He is currently leading
Wow.
53.8% to Joe Biden's 45.1%.
Can we agree when we say the name Trump, we can say it Trump? Trump.
No, because then they'll think we're a bunch of hicks, and I don't need that.
True. Yeah, I shouldn't be joking. Thing is, I like joking about the election usually, but this is so it's
Yeah.
tough to joke about it. But Trump is a joke, so it's also kind of easy to joke about it.
He is a joke. We were actually talking earlier before you got here about Little Pimp.
Yeah, that cracked me up.
Little Pump is. I actually read it into his account. Little Pump makes less than minimum wage through his record deal, so it makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, he's getting all cuddly with Donald Trump.
I seen a tweet. I think in 2016 he was all about saying "fuck Donald Trump."
Yeah,
Man, people.
it's wherever the
flip-flop.
bag, wherever the
Lil
bag
Wayne,
takes you.
Ice Cube, all these icons that I thought I could look up to, even in my world, the pro wrestling world. Chris
Yeah.
Jericho is donated to the Trump campaign. So many people are so brainwashed, and it sucks to say, man. It
well,
sucks
you know
to
what it
say.
is, James? It's called class solidarity.
Lack of education.
All them guys is riches.
Yeah. Only looking out for themselves and not other people, man.
So Antonio, again, who just closed the polls at this hour, 7 o'clock?
Right. So the polls that had just closed, I think some of these are still time zone differences, but the polls that closed were Vermont, Virginia, South Carolina. Mass Music Radio has already called Vermont and Virginia for Joe Biden and South Carolina for Donald Trump. Donald Trump 28 to Joe Biden 16, and we're ahead on the curb. I got to tell you, Antonio, why did you call Virginia so early? Well, I'll tell you why, Dan. Because Northern Virginia is where pretty much all of the people live. That's the D.C. suburbs, and it's really becoming just like I wouldn't say a mecca, but it's chucked to the brim with like rich liberals who are going to vote for Joe, who have no qualms about voting for Joe Biden.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The D.C. suburbs, man, it's the most expensive place to live to my earliest remembrance.
Yeah, and it's crazy how these little areas are really going to become the deciding factors of who wins this election at the end of the day. Like we talked about earlier, we have 300,000 Puerto Rican people
Yep.
who have moved from Puerto Rico, from the island itself, to Florida in the wake of Hurricane Maria and the other disasters. So I know specifically in the Kissimmee, Orlando areas, you had some nickname for it earlier that you said.
I have to
forget.
double check, make sure I don't call it something wrong, but continue.
That area in general, I think the Puerto Ricans that have moved there account for 5% of the overall state's vote, which could swing it in either direction. So states like Florida, states like Georgia, Pennsylvania, we're going to keep a very close eye on all of them. It's going to be a close one.
I'm excited, bro. Either way, I think it's going to come down to the wire.
It's going to come down to the wire, that's for sure.
Florida.
I want to visit Georgia
interstates.
soon. I think they got nice strip clubs over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in Georgia. Atlanta, actually.
Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta. That's why they call it Hot Atlanta.
No one calls it that, but sure. Let's see.
People call
No,
it
it's a quote. I'm trying to. Come on, Google. I want to see what the name of this expressway is because that's the name of the corridor where all the Puerto Ricans have been moving to.
Mm-hmm.
The corridor.
And
Called
it
the
looks like
corridor. We're
CNN
gonna
has
have to do a
projected.
election night freestyle.
No, we got to keep it
Can we,
classy.
I was gonna say, can we get a projection
But it
first?
has
Seamus?
CNN has projected that President Trump has won Indiana.
I already called it.
It is a projection. We called that about 45 minutes ago for those that have been listening.
Called it when the polls closed.
If
So,
Trump wins, we're going to have to do the freestyle to lift spirits up
Yo,
because
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe at the end.
I agree.
Is
Maybe
there
at the
any
end.
other calls? Let me see.
It's
if the,
looking like that's the calls for right now.
I'd love to get Joel's opinion on Florida. Yeah, I guess he has a lot of knowledge about Florida.
Oh, Florida. Speak of the devil.
No way.
Looks like 8% of Florida has 13%.
They're
of
counting
Florida.
fast.
Yep, they are counting fast. With Donald Trump 53.2% to Joe Biden's 45.9%. Virginia, less than 1% of reported back from there, but Donald Trump is also in the lead, 53.3% to 46.1%. It's close. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight until the end. Indiana, has been reported, with most counties in Indiana, I think every single one actually Donald Trump has won.
At
So-
what time do you think Trump is going to prematurely announce his victory?
11 o'clock
Yeah, probably around then.
when California and all the West Coast closes.
Yep. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be a dogfight, but yes, let's see.
So I think it's called the 92 corridor. I'm looking at a map of Florida. I'm not really aware of Florida very much. Like I have land down there, but I don't know what's like.
Yep, and it's looking like in the Tampa area specifically, that is where Joe Biden is leading with 53.5% of the votes to Donald Trump's 45.3.
It's still very early, and it's
Very
not a lot
early
of
on.
not a lot of the population centers. Nothing from Miami-Dade, nothing from Broward, nothing from Orlando, nothing from the Panhandle. Because I think the Panhandle's still voting.
Yep, looks like West Palm Beach though they've just reported back. We have an estimated total of 15% of votes reported from Florida.
Counting fast.
They are counting very fast at this
They're
hour.
zinging it.
Keep it locked on here on Mass Music Radio to hear all the updates. I mean, we've been here for over an hour now. We're gonna keep here
Keep
for
it
the rest of the
rocking.
night. Joined by Antonio Acquelli, myself, Seamus Hill, Jimmy from the Q, Jimmy Versace, and Shlomo Bo.
I was just calling this girl from Florida, or Tampa actually. She did not answer.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna keep that to myself. It's a deviant thing to say.
oh my goodness.
Say it, Antonio.
You guys
Afterwards,
need this?
it's
No.
good to.
It's not bad. I would mute it.
Yeah, you can mute it.
charger?
Florida's going quick.
Is there a charger?
What kind of
Yeah,
charger?
there's plugs
Charge.
in here.
You can use my phone charger's plugged in over there with the
What's
black
Florida
wire
at
if
now,
you wanna grab it.
Seamus? Because I know
20%. They're counting very quickly.
Oh, was this Broward right here?
I wish I knew
Oh
people in
man,
more
Palm
states.
Beach County 76.5% to Joe Biden, or Trump's in the lead 76.5% to Joe Biden's 23.5.
That's just over 1% of the vote.
Yep.
It's
We
right on the
have,
beach. Oh, that's where all the Cubans live.
It
Right on the
is.
beach.
This is we're at 20% right now for Florida that is reported.
Oh, Trump's winning Florida, bro.
I don't know, it's
He's
close.
minus 180 in Florida right now.
That's
in betting.
50.9% to 48.2%. Trump's in the lead, but
Trump's
it's by a
winning,
very
dude.
narrow
Trump's
margin.
winning Florida, and
Is that the next call? Is that Jimmy Versace's first
this
call
is
of
Jimmy
the night?
Versace telling you right now, Trump has Florida. I mean, minus 180 in the
I'm
betting
gonna-
game
oh.
is fucking serious.
Broward County is leading. Joe Biden is leading 75.1% to Donald Trump's 24.6%.
Oh, rescind your call.
It's literally
I'm not rescinding. I'm not rescinding. I want to
0.5%
rescind.
difference right now in Florida. It's gonna be close.
Minus 180.
Hot right
you got to
now.
think.
That's 16% of the vote in Broward County.
Let's break down Florida. A lot of old people, a lot
Wonderful
of old
idea.
white people, a lot of old rich white people.
That's true.
Trump That's the Trump's demographic. They want to go back to the good old days of like Ronald Reagan and such. And you know, some of those older white people kind of racist. So
Seamus, what did I say about
And the people partying too, the young kids down
yeah,
there. Like, yo, they
definitely,
like it.
definitely.
So.
bringing Ron DeSantis down there? Ugh.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. He was what, the governor of Florida?
Yeah.
Trump's
Is
little boy
Southwest
toy?
Florida Trump country
Oh, my
or
goodness.
what?
That's probably why Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers.
You think so?
Because, you know, Massachusetts was a blue state.
I'm
if
looking
not-
at Florida right now,
Well, Trump actually-
51-48.
Brady
told
had
you.
the Trump hat in his locker back in the day, so
Yeah.
kind of sketchy when it comes to that shit.
Yep. I've been saying
Well,
that.
you're a Cowboys fan, so it was easier for you to say. South Carolina, less than 1% is reported, but Donald Trump in the lead, 70.5%. So Joe Biden's 29.
Do you have anything out of the Senate?
0.5%.
Do you have anything out of the Senate race? Lindsey Graham and Jamie Harrison.
In South Carolina.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just got it. Go ahead.
Let's see. Senate race right now at this hour of 7:15. Senate race. Lindsey Graham is leading 68.8% to Jamie Harrison is 31.2%. Mind you, that is with 133 votes counted. So it's very subject to change.
So for those who don't remember Jamie Harrison, I don't expect anyone to. Jamie Harrison ran for the chair of the DNC in 2017, and he was one. But he used to be the chair of the Democratic Party. Now he threw his hat into the race to challenge Lindsey Graham. Jamie Harrison has raised so much freaking money. I think he's raised more than Donald Trump has nationwide just for the Senate race in South Carolina. And the polling is showing that he's starting to make dents into Lindsey Graham. Right now, the polling is indicating that Lindsey Graham is going to hold on to that. But if I want a surprise tonight, I want South Carolina to be the surprise.
Yes. I'd want Florida to be surprised, personally speaking. Now it's
In
49
regards to the Senate.
in regards to
Isn't
everything.
Florida batting 100 when it comes to presidents? Isn't that a thing? Isn't Florida kind of not
They
overall?
have been
but-
there.
Overall,
recently,
but
yeah.
it is a trajectory, definitely. But right now, we're at what? 31%. That's a big leap. Florida right now at this hour. Joe Biden leading 51% to Donald Trump's 48.2%.
Trust me, I know people in Florida. I used to go to Florida. I had a girlfriend in Florida, actually, a few years ago. She dumped me. Probably one of her best decisions she's made. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The decision's probably been made that Florida will be voting for Donald Trump. And we're just going to have to deal with it.
Is this the... Well, that's not the official mass
Do you,
music radio call.
would you say
That's not the official call.
It's my call.
It's a Versace call.
It's my call. I'm not happy with it. But I
a
already know.
call.
I already know.
And, another battleground state, quickly, Antonio. We just have less than 1% of Georgia so far that is reported back, but Donald Trump in the lead, 67.4% to
Do we
Joe
have
Biden's
anything-
32.6%.
Do we have anything against Ossoff and Purdue? That's the first Senate race. Georgia's having two Senate races tonight because one's a special Senate race. Kelly Loeffler, Doug Collins, and the Reverend Dr. Warnock.
Yeah, as of right now, David Perdue is in the lead in the Senate race to John Ossoff. He is winning 64.8% to Ossoff's 31.3%. However, 418 votes.
And where's it coming out of?
This is coming out of Chatham County, where Savannah is.
Okay, all right.
So-
Savannah, a lot of rich people there.
A lot of rich people. But yeah, it's close.
Okay.
Still early on, so there's no telling who's going to be the victor yet. But right now, we are currently locked in. Like I said, Florida, with 31% of their votes have been reported. Joe Biden with a slim lead of 51% to Donald Trump's 48.2%. It's going to be a dogfight all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I just say before we continue, we've been on air for just around an hour.
Yeah, just a little over
Around
an
an
hour.
hour.
Feels like a minute.
I know we were just rushing through things. I think we're doing a bang-up job.
I
am very proud of all of us here and
We've
the
been
work
doing,
that we're doing here
we've
on
been
Mass
doing a
Music
phenomenal
Radio.
job, I will say. I thought that we were going to be a little screwed when Shlomo left, but Antonio and I, we kept
Picked
our...
up the pace. I love it.
Yeah, we kept our things together, so it's going to be a great night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much,
This
guys.
is the Mass Music Radio crew, the election special. It is
The gang,
live
the
from
gang,
Quincy
baby.
Point, Massachusetts. Keep it locked for all the updates. We got calls, we got picks, we got everything, my dude. We got everything.
and everything come down to Bill O'Shea's count.
Should I play one of those joints?
No, we're supposed to have a serious special.
I could play our Bravo ad if people want to hear that.
No, any of that shit.
can
Right
take
now.
a
Seamus, with
commercial
all due
break.
respect, I am the comic relief. If you want me to
Oh,
walk home right now,
boo.
I'll walk home right now.
All
No,
right,
we need the
got
ratings.
some.
Let them stay.
We got some banter in the YouTube comments.
I know I'm
section.
reading them now.
I know.
I want Magic Mike
People
saying,
disagree with me? Do people love me?
Magic want to eat those onion rings, Funyuns all night long.
I can't
you hearing
too.
the
Someone
audio
says
is-
I need that. Also need it too. Thank
It's a
you for
very
the
good
shout
mustache.
out.
Somebody wants to hear about conspiracy theories.
No, fuck that. We're not. No.
Hear about
I don't give a fuck about no conspiracy theories. We don't do that. We stick to the truth on Mass
Yeah,
Music Radio.
facts only.
Where
Wow,
no-
there's 4
this
cameras.
is no
This feels like a
QAnon.
communist freaking podcast right
There's
now.
no QAnon type shit. No, this is an
What's
educated
QAnon?
pod.
We're not
See?
Oh,
going
We're
the
not doing
anonymous.
that.
Yeah.
We're not
no,
doing
no.
any of that
Pushing
bullshit.
up,
I'm
down,
sorry.
towers.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
But
a good
yeah,
song.
man, crazy election right now that we got going on. Nationally, Donald Trump leads 50.2% to Joe Biden's 48.8%. 0.2%.
Yeah, there's no
He leads.
current calls from the Associated Press other than Vermont and Kentucky, but we already called a lot.
We
of these
called them
races.
already.
36%
of the votes from Florida have been accounted for.
Damn, they're
And we have Joe Biden 50.4% to 48.7% for Trump.
That's
and that
good.
is actually just bumped up to 38% of the overall votes now. So Florida's counting quick.
Can we get my friend Joel's opinion on Florida? Can I call Joel?
I thought he's in Arizona.
But-
Yeah, what's
But he knows he used to live in Florida, and he's also Cuban.
I guess
Call
we
him
can.
in.
That's fine.
You don't like Joel?
No, that's not.
no, he was very insightful. If,
You
you
do
can call
phone a friend.
I just
We had
want
a
to make some
segment, but
quick.
they didn't hear the segment.
We could
so.
take some phone
we do
calls
it again?
this time.
Can we
That's
call
fine.
him?
I just want to
He
make some.
actually texted me and said he wants to call.
He did say
Yeah,
that.
right.
Hey,
that's fine.
we got a
Can we call
ball
him?
buster in the comments. Tommy Madden asked if Marty Walsh gave us an all-night permit.
Oh shit.
Marty Walsh.
I don't think it
can
goes into
kiss
effect
my
till
ass.
Friday. So
No, but Mar-
yeah,
Marty
Tommy
Walsh
Cope.
can
Oh, yeah.
kiss my ass.
You know what?
And it's Charlie Baker that we have to worry about, and he can also.
Well,
kiss
didn't
my
it go?
ass.
It goes into effect on Friday, so
On
we're
Friday.
good. We're good.
So-
This is one
Tommy,
of the last
relax.
big swing digs we're gonna
Nah,
have.
no, these people that are just so against the laws against COVID, like to crack those jokes, like, oh, COVID comes down at night at 9:30, like, you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call Joel. Are we okay with that?
All right, yeah.
Yep.
Can I just do two quick,
Yeah, of
three
course, of
quick,
course.
what's that called? The updates.
I'll run a line.
So Florida's got some important ballot questions up. Amendment number 2: raise the minimum wage from $8.56 to $15 an hour by September 2026. The people of Florida are leaning yes, 67 to no, 33. Amendment number 3 is the top 2 primary system. So how that works, for those who may not know, is that Democrats, Republicans, Greens, Libertarians, all the parties run on one ballot, and whoever has the top 2 goes on to the general. That is ahead 57 to 43 for yes. And for Amendment 4, requiring amendments of the Constitution to be approved twice, which is something that I just read about today, it's leaning yes 52 to no 48.
And
So-
we also, before we get into the call really quickly, have marijuana legalization on the ballot in several states. Montana, South Dakota,
I know,
New
Seamus is
Jersey,
responsible for that.
Arizona, Mississippi. Each one of these states has a ballot question, which is either for recreational marijuana usage to become legal in these areas. So we're going to keep you updated as well.
And we got some guys in the comments, some of the Steel Naz fellas. Now, some betting, because I guess the gambling odds usually are telltale signs.
The betting
are.
markets,
They-
yeah.
they
So
are
if you guys are
telltale
tuned
signs.
in, please let us know in the comments. Keep us updated. so we can-
$5.
chip
Joe
in.
Biden wins California.
Ooh, that's a surefire.
5% has been reported for Florida.
Look how
Trump
quick
is in
things
the
are
lead.
going.
He is retaking the lead in Florida. 49.9% to Joe Biden's 49.3%.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you were with us maybe 20 minutes ago, you already knew.
He has a Florida lock for Donald Trump. We are going to see how that works. What are the other locks that night? We had Indiana, we had Kentucky, we had Vermont, which Vermont we were the first to report those locks.
We reported Indiana first. They're still
We
counting
did.
Indiana.
Virginia, Antonio believes that, or our official call, Joe Biden is going to win, and Virginia. What was the other one? South Carolina. Did you say for Trump?
South Carolina for Trump, yeah.
South Carolina for Trump. Those are all our locks at the moment. We're keeping an eye on all these states.
I'm looking at Florida right now. Guy on ABC, he's doing a lot of crunching of numbers, but
What about my
so
numbers?
I was
far,
going to
he's
say,
got
I've crunched
Trump
way more.
up 50% to 49.
You got
So where's that
50.1%.
other 1%?
New York Times has
Voted for Kanye?
3. How it is right now with their needles. I'm looking at Florida right now. Broward County is still only 16%.
Mm-hmm.
Miami-Dade County, in Florida. If you're supporting Joe Biden,
Yep.
you can lose Florida, but Florida would be nice to have. If you are supporting Trump, Florida is a must-have. have, and say that Donald Trump has increased his lead by 0.1%.
Yep,
Donald Trump
50.2%.
cannot win without Florida, his new home state.
Yeah.
Ah.
The whole night. The whole night.
It's going to be rough.
When I had that girlfriend in Florida for
happened?
Thanksgiving in 2016, great day.
On
right?
Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving, went to the
There you
beach. It's
go.
very nice on Florida. Oh, it was a great day. Very special day.
Day
You
was
know,
a good
the
day.
most popular beach was shut down. You know why?
What?
Because Donald Trump wanted to go on that beach that day. I feel like Florida might remember that day on Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm sure you do. That's awful, man.
Well, we were supposed to go to a nicer beach, but no, it was okay. I still had a great Thanksgiving. But things like that, man.
hey,
Could do it.
Thank you for
In
everyone.
Indiana, Antonio is right so far with 10% reported. Is winning 66.7% to 31.3%
attaboy.
Oh, yeah.
with Joe Biden. So
Good job, Antony. He's got
Antonio
information.
on a roll. And we also have Pennsylvania with less than 1% reported.
They're closing in already?
They're close. 77 votes have been counted.
Let's take some calls. We got people blowing up the line. They want to chime in.
Yeah,
All
have
right,
them
feel
chime
free.
in.
We got to put them on speaker, though.
Oh, of course.
All right. Hello. Who is this?
No. You gotta.
Okay.
We got JQ who he wants to tune in. He wants to call in.
All right.
So we'll start it off. I know James, you wanted to talk to Joel, and there's a bunch of people over here shouting out gutter balls. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube channel. We got a guy named Speedy Flowers.
Speedy's a Trump supporter. I've disagreed with Speedy in the past, but he's a good kid. Michigan. He's in Michigan State. He's in the band.
Yeah, Michigan's pretty important.
He
This
said
time
you're a
around.
simp. I'm not sure what that.
Well,
That's here. I'm just reading the comments.
that's
It's on par
I
for
don't
that.
think Gutter Balls is a simp.
it depends for who. If you
I
talk
was
about the
gonna say,
if you talk about the
depends on
AT&T
the
girl,
hour.
He didn't say.
48% reported for Florida with Trump in the lead, plus 1.4.
How's Broward looking?
Broward County
Speedy,
in
if you can
particular.
retweet this video, I would appreciate it. Speedy is-
75.1% for Joe Biden.
Reporting in.
All right.
16% of votes
Okay,
for
so there's still a
Broward
lot of
County.
there's still a lot of votes out of Broward
a lot
County.
of votes. But we're going live to JQ right now.
JQ, how are you, buddy? You were live on the air.
Turn him up. I can't hear him.
Hello. All right, JQ, you're gonna have to call us back up. You hear me,
Hey, what's going on?
buddy?
You know, just trying to stay alive on a night like this.
Yeah. So what's your take on it?
Yeah.
We get JQ, host of the Heelstern podcast.
Yeah. I just left the Mansfield. Gonna keep private, but I know you gents probably know which side of the fence I swung on.
Yeah, you voted for
So,
Kanye,
Howie
right?
Hawkins.
I voted for who?
Kanye.
Nah, I didn't vote for Kanye. I'll say that on the air. I did not vote for Kanye West.
You voted for Scooby. We'll keep it like that.
Keep it like that. But
Oh, it's just Andy.
just want to encourage everybody
What
out
up,
there
boys?
Who else?
to definitely vote.
I legit thought someone was
And,
gonna come in and murder us because of our hot takes.
Oh.
Hey!
Hear you.
Oh no, it sounded like you guys were having a great old time over there.
You know, we
I
had
want
some
to encourage
shooters.
everyone to vote, and then just long pause.
And,
What up?
and just stay safe. And,
Oh, okay.
You know, go to Cumberland Farms,
How we
get your
doing,
munchies, and just hopefully not go to shit.
All right. Well, JQ, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed night. 15 and Andy just showed up, so we're gonna catch them up political.
Hey JQ,
And,
before you
you
go,
know what
how
I'm
has
saying?
how
Oh,
has the
hold
government?
on.
God
JQ,
bless, brother.
We got a
Peace.
question for you, JQ.
JQ, this
Oh,
is
what's up?
Antonio
You're trying to kick me off
Wakaweli,
the
executive
air, and I got
producer of my shows. How has the government response been to COVID lately?
Come again?
Hi-oh!
I'm sorry, that guy's the man.
All right. We'll take care, JQ. We'll get back to you later.
I snapped.
That was JQ live from Mansfield, where he just.
Heels-
Host
Turn.
of the Heels Turn podcast. One of
That
the
is
co-hosts
true.
of the Heels Turn podcast. So we had some guests join us.
Yes, we have Andy and Fitzy,
Good shit.
Quincy's finest.
Andy, come over here for a second. Slide over to this side.
All
Andy,
in the
everyone,
function right
the
now.
camera over here is Andy, graphic designer extraordinaire, absolute beast, if you will. Quincy Point's finest, you know.
And
what
at
I'm saying.
7:29 this evening, 58% has been counted.
Shout out
We
to
have
Beast.
49.6% for Joe Biden, 49.5.1.
With all due respect, Seamus, I already told you what's going to happen in Florida.
We haven't made an official call, so we're gonna have to keep locked on Florida.
Guys, if I may, I've got some calls to make.
He's got some calls to make.
Mike,
ding-
the one talking right now. It is 7:30 and Donald Trump.
West
Donald Trump-
Virginia.
Donald Trump will win the state of West Virginia.
That's Antonio's. I forget what. I don't even know how many calls that is at this point, Antonio.
I know. I've been pretty good with the calls. I haven't made any mistakes.
Hasn't missed yet. Versace. Let's remind you, Versace made the lock for Florida for Trump about an hour ago. So if that happens,
I actually
this
made
is
it yesterday
jewelry.
in the shower, but you guys weren't.
Oh.
You guys weren't with me there.
Yeah.
Thank
she
God
said.
we weren't.
It would be embarrassing for Trump if he loses Florida. I mean,
Let's see.
you got Santos over there, his little fucking boyfriend. I mean, that guy's been running around kissing Trump's ass for years now,
friggin-
and it's not working.
Who, Santa? Who'd he say?
And Little Marco and Rixie.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, that's right. The AP is reporting that West Virginia is going to Donald Trump. The AP has also made the report that Senator Shelley Moore Capito, Republican, has been reelected to the United States Senate. I was just about to talk about this Senate race. The Democrat Paula Jean Swearingen was featured in the Netflix documentary "Knock Down the House." We were really hoping that she could pull off a progressive victory, but the AP must be going off of exit polls, and West Virginia goes back to Shelley Moore Capito in the Senate.
Incredible evening right now.
So-
Incredible evening.
Fitzy, how are you? I haven't talked to you in 6 years. How are you? For those who don't know, Antonio Wakaweli, James Askins, Liam Fitzmaurice, and sometimes Andy, we all were in the morning announcements back in high school. And we are, it's just a
We were rock stars, all right.
You were
Yeah,
rock
we
It was
stars.
like the Beatles, all right. And Connor Dane would kind of be John Lennon because Connor Dane died in a sense. You know, he kind of fell off. Who's even heard of Connor Dane?
He is on the front lines.
He's in Arizona
literally on
right
the front
now.
lines, working hard. So we cannot talk shit about Connor Dane.
That's right.
Me and Connor.
Exactly.
You don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Understand how friends work.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
Put some
understand-
respect on
You
it.
don't understand how friends work. Friends aren't nice to each other. Friends, say mean things to each other. Like,
Okay,
I hope
okay.
you
I
die
get it,
and stuff
I
like
get it.
that. You know. Connor actually would be a great one-day presidential candidate. I would vote for Connor Dane.
I would vote for Connor Dane too.
One day I would vote for him.
But yeah, Connor Dane, shout out to him. He's
think-
been on the front lines of this whole thing.
I think I forgot to
Working
make
his
some.
ass off.
I think I forgot to make some calls on these. These aren't official calls yet, but we have the state of Ohio. When it's 18 electoral votes, it's 2 to call. Ohio, too early to call. The state of North Carolina. This is something that the North Carolina is too early to call. They Tom Tillis and Cal Cunningham. Lots of nasty stuff going on in that race. Roy Cooper, the Democratic governor, is up for re-election, and he's poised to win re-election. And of course, Joe Biden and Donald Trump are fighting it out over in North Carolina.
Yeah, fight
Let's
right
go
now.
look at those results.
We're up to 65% in Florida.
How's it looking?
65%, and Joe Biden winning 50.4% to 48.7%.
And where are those? How's Broward looking?
Broward has about 83% of the votes have been reported for Broward County, with Biden in the lead, 66.3%. So
Yeah, that's not
a lot
good.
of votes. A lot of votes for Joe Biden. Not good for Donald Trump at this hour. I
No,
will
that's
say.
not good for Joe Biden. He
Not
needs-
good for Joe Biden. Never
No.
mind.
No, we have nothing coming out of the Panhandle. It's a big stronghold for Donald Trump. Jacksonville, they're almost done counting. Tallahassee has 1%, so there may be some hope in Tallahassee. Orlando, Florida, home of the happy.
Oh,
Voting for
such an
Don-
overrated dump.
Well, you know why? It's voting for Donald Trump.
It is.
It's 1%.
What scares me about Trump versus Biden is
What's
that
that?
is that Trump. Have you seen him dance? I can see
this.
I can see. I haven't bust one move, and let me tell you, I am scared though because he does play YMCA a lot. I don't think Trump, because he always does like the little fist thump, but I don't think he actually is able to lift his hands up for the Y, and then fold for the M, and do the C and then do the A. I don't think he can do it.
It's fun
Probably
to
not.
stay at the. We're not gonna sing anymore, or else we'll have to pay the village people.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
I ain't paying that.
I was
No
gonna say
way.
YouTube will.
I don't think
strike us
Trump pays
down.
these bands for the music he uses.
I think one of the bands was actually able to successfully cease and desist them to stop
Yeah.
playing their
That's
music.
awesome.
I think it was Queen, actually.
I thought it was Famous
Not gonna
Dex.
finish it.
Neil Young has a bunch too. He's gotten them. They love
He's-
to play Neil Young all the time.
He
Well,
zinged him.
lucky for Donald Trump, he can now play Little Pump at all of his rallies. He is in a good place with Little Pimp.
Little pimp actually. Little pimp.
It's funny. Today on his Instagram, Lil Pump said that if Donald Trump loses, he's going to move to Colombia. So potentially a
No, he ain't.
win-win situation this evening.
And especially once he moves to Colombia, he's gonna do so much cocaine he'll probably die. So.
Well, do you remember when he got his first billion streams? His label surprised him with a Xanax cake. So that's the type of person we were dealing
How
with.
come I was never been surprised with a Xanax cake?
We actually got you a cookie cake for your birthday, but you said, "Oh, I don't really." Was there.
Yeah.
Andy was there. Bo was there. Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
so
I remember
can't
that.
really talk much about cakes. So at this hour, 66% of votes in Florida have been reported. And Antonio, who do you think's leading there? Guess.
Trump by a little bit or Biden by a little
Biden by a little bit. You're right on the second guess.
bit? Had to be one of them.
Had to be one of them. 50.3%
Howie
to
Hawkins
Trump's 48.8%.
Oh, crap.
Now, to anyone who is just now joining us, we
Welcome,
did say,
first off.
yeah, welcome first off. This is your boy Seamus.
I hope you had a
speaking
good
right
day.
Now. Marijuana legalization on the ballot in Montana, South Dakota, New Jersey, Arizona, and Mississippi. Now, Antonio actually hit me to some facts. In Montana, there are two separate questions. The first of which, ballot I-190, determines if marijuana will be legal for recreational use in the state of Montana. However, ballot CI-118 determines whether or not the legal age to smoke would be 21.
Smoking at 13. Let me
Well,
tell you something right
hypothetically,
now.
hold on. Hypothetically speaking, if
Oh,
the
yeah,
first one
that's
gets
right.
passed and recreational weed is legal, and the second one doesn't, 18-year-olds could spark up in Montana. How amazing is that?
That's absolutely amazing.
That's
That
the
we're
one I'm
aware
probably
of.
most.
I'm no expert on Montana law.
But I
All
mean,
I know-
at least that's what I've gathered, and I fuck with it.
All I know is a fascist thug who likes to push reporters.
Wait,
Eat
who?
shit, Greg Gianforte.
Oh damn, he's a what? He's a thug?
He's a thug and a fascist because he likes to push British reporters.
Wow.
Like physically?
Yeah, when he ran to fill Brian Zinke's seat in 2017 against Rob Quist.
Dazinki.
What a piece of shit!
I bet you didn't know
He's
about
probably
that.
gonna win, but he's probably gonna win. He's running for Montana governor, replacing Steve Bullock, but he can eat it.
You can eat it.
He can eat it and he can choke on it.
Oh my god.
No one help him.
Alrighty,
James, you have something to say?
and Antonio,
What?
correct again. Joe Biden has won Virginia. Amazing, isn't it?
But Trump won West Virginia, correct?
Trump won West Virginia. Biden has won regular Virginia, if you want to call it that.
OG Virginia.
So that is the what
Reggie,
third
Virginia.
consecutive
Every
correct?
call I've made
Every call has been right
correct.
so far. So keep it locked here. I mean, if you're looking to spend
batting
some money on
100?
some bets, I mean, listen to Antonio. He's on fire right
Hey,
now.
I was gonna say, hey, Seamus, I assigned you to go look after Texas. They're starting to get some votes in.
They are starting to
Oh,
get some
Texas.
votes in.
No, we're not
Texas.
taking Texas. We're not taking
Buddy,
Texas.
I don't know. We're taking Texas.
We're not
We're
taking
taking
Texas.
Texas. We're taking
not-
Texas.
We're not taking
We have less than one. We have a total of 7 votes reported from Texas. Joe Biden in the lead, 85.7% to 14.3.
Texas is doing the old bait and switch. Like, oh,
Kentucky.
we're gonna be blue. We're gonna be blue, and then blue red.
Let's get Kentucky.
Trump won Kentucky.
Yeah, Trump
let's
did
actually
win Kentucky.
let's look in on the Kentucky Senate race. We have some Senate races. So we
do have some Senate races right now.
Let's see. So out of Kentucky, Mitch McConnell has regained his lead with 23% reporting. Mitch McConnell 57.3 to Amy McGrath's 39.2. So her lead has gone down.
My Arizona operative is really itching to get back on.
Yeah. Okay.
So, are we gonna talk Florida? Or do you have some more calls to make?
No calls until 8 o'clock. But we still have nothing out of Louisville. So Amy McGrath, hold on to something because, we'll see what happens to you. And very quickly out of South Carolina, we still have, to my latest, Lindsey Graham ahead in South Carolina, 57.5. Jamie Harrison's 42.4.
And speaking of Florida, 72% reported, 50.8% for Joe Biden. He's in the
50.8?
lead, 50.8%.
And how is Miami-Dade, Broward, how's all that coast stuff looking?
Palm Beach is blue, 76% reported. With Broward County, 83% reported, also very blue. Panhandle hasn't really reported much back except for
They're
around
still
Tallahassee.
voting. They close at 8 o'clock with
They close
Alabama.
at 8, so they got about 20% or 20 minutes left. If you are in line to vote, stay in line because they're gonna let you vote. They can't kick you out.
And if I can and then we'll get Jarrell back on in Arizona. I want to dive back into the Georgia Senate race. That's actually looking Georgia altogether. I'm going to refresh the page. There it is. Okay, so currently Joe Biden is beating Donald Trump 50.2 to 48.8 in the state of Georgia. Joe Biden ahead by, the lead has gone down. Now it's 49.9, 49.1. Joe Biden ahead of Donald Trump. In the... Okay. Oh, more votes just came in. But let's take a look at that U.S. Senate race. So David Perdue has jumped back into the lead, 50.5 to John Ossoff's 47.6. We have nothing out of Fulton County where Atlanta is, but we have some Cobb Cobb County coming in, and a lot of the Atlanta suburbs coming in. Nothing out of Athens, nothing out of Augusta, nothing out of Macon. So everything's still up in the air. Raphael Warnock winning in Georgia's special Senate election, 34.9 to Kelly Loeffler, the incumbent senator, 26.9. Now, Georgia has a top 2 system, so the top 2 in the primary get to move on, but they also have a runoff system. If a candidate does not get more than 50%, then they'll have to do a runoff. And let's go to the phones.
Let's go to the phones. We're going to be tapping
He's not
in
ready? No kidding.
with Joel,
I'm
who
gonna
is
go,
in Arizona, but he's going to be
keep
talking
looking.
about Florida.
I'm going to say, Seamus, do you want to do some of this in Florida?
No, you can lead the way. I'll interject with some stats every now and then.
Some facts.
Some facts, exactly.
What more do I have to say about Florida than crap?
I don't know.
Hello, hello.
Hey, you are live on the Mass Music Radio live election special here in Quincy Point at the Mass Music Headquarters. We're jam-packed studio. Antonio, Shlomo, Seamus. So you texted. You said you had some
Andy and Fitzy.
Andy and Fitzy too, but
Scoob.
Scoob. Yeah, we're here.
Ray
You said you
Romano.
had some thoughts to share in South Florida, but you live in Arizona, sir.
He's from South Florida?
Well, you know, man. Yes, I'm in there. You know, when it comes down to South Florida, I know my people. There's a lot of Cubans down in South Florida. I know Seamus was talking about a whole lot of Puerto Ricans voting in Florida. You know, but it comes down to a lot of the time. It comes down to South Florida and how Cubans have the push when it comes to Southern Florida. And, you know, normally they vote Republican, and it's a frustrating time, especially, you know, being Cuban and being a part of the culture and everything that Republicans have done for Cubans. We have been pushed aside, and it's kind of sad to see that just the integration of how Republicans have been treating the Cubans. We've had, unmatched loyalty when it comes down. You know, I haven't been looking too much on how the polls are looking in Florida. I can imagine they're pretty tight going back and forth.
Well, if you've been paying attention to the live stream, I announced about an hour and a half ago that Trump has Florida by the balls. Trump is going to win Florida.
Does he have South Florida?
We're going to find out
It's
soon.
a
There's a
dog
monster
fight.
behind you.
Ugh.
It's
There
Kanye
is.
Conway.
Biden's currently leading 50.4% in Florida right now, with 73% of all votes reported. South Florida's looking tight, though. I mean, we're still waiting on Glades County. We're still waiting on Monroe, so we'll see.
I'm glad to hear that it's getting tighter down there, because usually
You
they
like it
they
tight.
run red down in South, have a lot of Cubans down
Rich
there.
Files.
You know, in Arizona, you have a large population of the Mexicans in Arizona, and a lot of them would be voting, you know, against the presidential candidate who has, you know, day in and day out has thrown their name under the dirt and dragged them a couple yards through that too. And, you know, you still see a lot of really loyal Republican, you know, voters. And I think it's important to see how, you know, the comparison between Joe Biden and Trump, how he has, Trump has a very good way of bringing a lot of people together with not a lot of information. And, he's driving the fake news train. He's driving the election fraud train. I don't think that this is going to be something new. If we do get a decision, if Joe Biden does win Florida, I can say if Joe Biden wins Florida, he's winning the presidency, because I think that is the most important flip-flop state, the battleground state, and that's going to be the only the telling factor in who's really going to take away.
Now, you brought up the Mexicans. Is Mexico paying for the wall?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, right.
Because last time I checked, they're not paying for the wall. And
Nope, we are.
Everyone, and I don't want to get too, going on to who I'm voting for or anything like that, even though I yelled out Biden 2020 earlier. But, Trump has been, saying left and right that, I say what I mean, I do what I mean, everything that I say and I promise I get done. He promised Mexico was going to build the wall. He promised that the wall was going to get better. If you ever lived in Arizona, that was the 99%. They always said that. Every single chance they get, Trump's going to build the wall. Trump's going to build the wall. Trump's going to build the wall. You could literally run through the fucking wall. It's the thickest, it's the ugliest wall in the world. I would have hoped that he put some money into the wall a little bit to reduce a little bit of immigration and bring in more legal immigrants, because that's the way it should be done. But even then, he doesn't commit to his word, and I'm happy to see that we've been pulling out in a couple different states. All the red states are looking like they're still going towards, like Kentucky, Indiana, all going towards Trump already. So I'm glad about the turnout that we've got. A lot of Democrats went out to vote this time, and it's good to see that they're putting their vote into play today.
Well, this is Antonio Wakawali, executive producer at Mass Music Radio. We remember in 2018, we had two very close races in Florida. I don't know if you remember. That was Andrew Gillum versus Ron DeSantis and Bill Nelson versus Rick Scott. These were less than a point, these victories. Do you think, with a lot of Biden's gains on seniors, in addition to more Puerto Ricans coming in, more young people voting, and overall the trends moving forward, Joe Biden presenting himself as a moderate, do you think with those factors that Joe Biden is going to be able to carry Florida, despite what James said?
I really do think that Joe Biden has a chance of taking, pulling out Florida. And like I said earlier, Southern Florida is one of the most influential cities in Florida, in Miami. And I think that usually has the turnaround on how Florida is going to be acting. Otherwise, Tampa is blue. But the problem is, if you go north from Florida, they're getting a lot of support from Trump, and that's where it's going to be, a close deciding factor. And with the names that you went over, I think that it's just a small part of what you said is a small part of what's to come, because ultimately the race right now is going to come down to Florida. They spend a lot of time in Florida. They have a really big Republican favor in Florida. Trump was in love with the actions they did during COVID, even though COVID cases rose extraordinarily in Florida. So when it comes down to the facts here, I think that it's going to end up pushing a little bit towards Trump towards the end. I would love to see Joe Biden pull it through in Florida. I'm seeing a lot of people love the way that they handled COVID, and since right now, and it's during the middle of everything, I think that Donald Trump might pull through with Florida, and he might even win it. Whoever wins Florida is going to be calling it.
All right, Seamus, you have anything to add other than what's behind you?
No, other than the ghost behind me, I think that's just about everything. Your call, Joel.
Heidi Heidkamp, you loser. Loser. Lost to Jim Cramer. You can't hold on to your damn seat. Loser. Get screen.
Well, thank you, Joel.
Thank you very much.
Catch you guys later. Good luck tonight.
Joel, I almost called you Trump. Joel, I think you just can agree, no matter who wins the presidency, we have to find out what on.
You're so stupid, bro.
That's a throwback to 2015 right there.
Have a good night, bro.
All right, with 79% of the votes in Florida that have been counted.
Okay, good.
49.8% for Joe Biden. He's ahead by 0.6%.
And where are those votes coming from?
These votes are coming from the Trump ones are mostly from the Panhandle, but South Florida is really. I mean,
already called it. Sorry, ABC is projecting Joe Biden to win Vermont, but I called it when the polls closed.
Exactly.
What clods? Unprofessional over there.
Very late, but yes, it's a close one in Florida at
Disney.
this hour. We have 11 minutes until the polls close in several areas across the country. So
got a lot of projections to make there.
A lot of projections to make once 8 o'clock hits, but. Florida, yeah, it's looking like Joe Biden's still in the lead, although it's getting slimmer, 0.3% now. So we'll see how it unfolds.
Shlomo's been operating all the tech. Shlomo, how are you feeling about what's been going on? Anything interesting?
Things have been looking great. On my end, I'm just kind of focused on the live stream. As people who are in the chat, as you guys know, I've been kind of experimenting, doing different camera angles. So to be honest, the election
I love this setup, by the way.
Is sort of for me at this point, it's a background. I voted. My vote is up in the air. Whatever happens. For me, I'm continuing doing what I do. And I think, the biggest thing for America is whoever gets voted in, they need to get to work immediately, because our whole country is in a tough place from top spot. So whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, they need to get their ass in gear. So that's my point. And for now, I'm trying to, lead by this live stream. It's been great. We had great comments. Shout out to Magic Mike, Tommy Madden, Speedy Flowers. Somebody named Ryan Wiggleton is in here. Joel JQ.
Shout out to everyone, yeah.
Our audience is literally watching me stress eat, so I got to close all this up.
It's all right. It's all right.
I cracked open a Kit Kat.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
So nationally speaking right now, we have Donald Trump in the lead, 49.7% to Joe Biden's 49.2%. Joe Biden is winning in the Electoral College, but once again, this is very early on. 8 o'clock, we have several states that are closing the polls, so more picks coming your way.
Who do you think would win in a fight?
Who? Me or
Trump,
you?
Trump and Joe Biden in a fight.
I feel like you could knock Donald Trump over a lot easier.
Pre-COVID, because I'm sure post-COVID he's a bit weak.
No,
right now.
pre-COVID, yeah.
I think Joe Biden.
You think
In a fight?
Trump's kind of thick.
Yeah.
I think
It'd be a
I would
shit
pick
show.
Donald
I
Trump
feel
too.
like Trump is one of those dudes that kind of like he like walks on stilts. Like if you just really pushed him like the right
That's
way,
exactly what I
he's
said.
tipping over.
He's
and
very
he
top
wouldn't
heavy.
get
He's
up.
like a bowling ball upside down.
I think it'd
Exactly.
be funny
Bowling
to see
pin.
him try to throw a punch. I don't
He
think
kinda-
he
he
could
does
do
that
it.
when he
Pictures of
dances,
him doing
dude.
that where he's like,
It'd be like an over the top kind of one, open fist or something.
I think that's how the president should be
A fight.
in a boxing match.
That's a good idea.
If it's like even, if it's kind of close, like just okay.
just Obama
No
beating
coin
up
flip,
poor old
boxing
John
match.
McCain.
I think some sort of sporting event. I was saying earlier this year, or, earlier in the election cycle, for the mayor of Quincy, I feel like it should be a one-on-one basketball game.
Or whatever
What do
they
you
did
think?
in Billy Madison at the end. What was it called? The academic decathlon.
Oh,
Something like that. Yeah, that'd be fire.
I think that would be really good too. I think like they gotta change the system, man. The system
agree.
itself is fucked. Fuck the electoral college too. Total votes. That's it.
Majority vote.
That's it.
Vote
Majority
yes on
vote.
2, by the way.
Yes on 2.
Yes on 2.
What about number 1?
Yeah, you can do that
Yes
too.
on
yeah.
yes on both questions.
Yeah.
All around. Stop looking at me like that.
I know where your heart lies on question number 2.
ABC is projecting Kentucky for Donald Trump.
We predicted that
Yeah,
about
we already got it, ABC.
3 years ago.
Come
So
on,
thanks a
ABC.
lot, ABC.
Come on, guys.
But,
Why do we even have this on? We should be in the live stream.
So we can laugh at them.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
true.
Like,
But
like
Ohio with 20% of their votes reported. Joe Biden with a sturdy lead in Ohio, right
Ohio,
now.
I don't even have Ohio open. How's it looking?
Our
It's
correspondent Max.
62.8% for Biden as of right now. This is with 20% of the estimated votes
Oh, crap.
reported.
Is anything coming out of Cuyahoga?
Cuyahoga right now, 42% of the estimated votes have been reported, with Joe Biden leading 74.8% to 24.4%. So it's a lock, essentially. And Columbus,
good.
Ohio as well, but some of the more rural areas, they're definitely leaning towards Trump.
No, you really got to be careful. Those. I was there in my house watching the Iowa caucus. And he was going to win Iowa, but literally, all those places where Pete wins by like 12 and he wins by 29, he wins by like 50. All that stuff adds up. So you can win a lot by a lot in the cities, but if you got to run even out rurally, or else you're gonna get your smacked
Speaking
around.
of running even, right now, 81% of votes reported in Florida. It is a dead even 49.5% between both candidates, with 7,000 votes being the deciding factor right now. It's close, ladies and gentlemen. It is very close.
Oh my God, yeah, it's a difference, but it's a difference of 366 votes
Where?
between Biden and Trump in Florida. 366 votes.
That's,
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, 6,003 votes.
I was
Sorry,
like, damn, my math is way off. But
I
yeah,
know. My math is bad too.
It's all right. It's all right. But
I tell you what color the state's gonna be. I'm not gonna tell you the math.
the math.
Speaking of the math, let's look at the math for the Senate. Dead air. So I'm just gonna keep talking while everything loads. Look in oh, this is the rats. Oh no, it's a scoop.
Indiana
Pretty
right
much a
now,
little rat as he is.
66.5% for Trump with 17% reported. So
Hey, how's Pence's brother doing? Because Pence's brother has his old seat.
in Ohio or
I
Indiana.
think you said Indiana. My
Indiana,
bad.
I did say that. I don't know why I said Ohio.
Okay, well, never
Let's
mind.
see.
Mike Pence's brother probably won anyway. So if we go back to Kentucky, they called that state for Donald Trump, but Mitch McConnell is 9.6% to Amy McGrath's 36.6%. And Brad Barron, the Libertarians, at 3.7%. Consequential for now. But if you're living in Kentucky and you're still watching this, or if you're a big resistance lib wine mom, we have nothing out of Jefferson County, nothing out of Louisville, justice for Breonna Taylor. So hold on. We got some stuff coming up. Out of Georgia, let's see, we have 2 Senate races out in Georgia. I'm just waiting for my page to reload. There it is. Okay, good. So, actually not good. David Perdue, Republican, current senator, leading 52.2 to John Ossoff's 45.8. We still have no votes out of Fulton County, where Atlanta is. And let's see, we have 10% out of Chatham County, that's where Savannah is. Is this DeKalb County? Still pretty, oh, it's Rockdale County. Still pretty early. And Raphael Warnock still ahead. at 32. Look at South Carolina, Lindsey Graham and Jamie Harrison. When we were
Let's do it.
talking on the phone, the race got close, and the race remains close. Only 1% of the vote. Lindsey Graham, 52.1%. Jamie Harrison, 47.3%. So, breaking news. Jamie Harrison has just taken the lead, 53.8% to Lindsey Graham's 45.6%. It's just jumped by 8%.
Another dog race.
Charleston County, the city of Charleston is 14%. Jamie Harrison's leading there, 63.4%. He's got to run up those numbers if he really wants to win.
And just now announced, Donald Trump has won South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yep, Donald Trump has won South.
Didn't we already call that?
I believe so, but yes. So Donald Trump winning across and also in Florida, 81% of votes reported. Donald Trump now leading by 0.2% in Florida.
Oh.
So as we just announced, South Carolina has been conquered by Donald Trump. Florida is pretty close. We have about 2 minutes until several states across the country are closing their polls. So
Yeah, I'm going to make the 8 o'clock projections, and then I'm going to run to the bathroom. So, Florida, wait, how much voter, how much do you have out of Florida? I have
81%.
Okay, so I have Joe Biden in the lead. Okay, I thought you said Donald Trump was in the lead.
Well, Trump is in the lead.
Oh, really? Oh, let's refresh the page.
Oh, now Joe Biden is back up in the lead by 0.1.
4.7, right? 4.7 million?
4.7 million, yes.
Okay, yeah, all right. Refresh it for
It's,
nothing.
oh my goodness. And I'm
So-
seeing here now that the Biden campaign spent $78 million in ads in Florida, which, I mean, it's clearly showing.
It's
showing that
tighter
worked.
than an ant's asshole in Florida,
It
ladies and
is.
gentlemen.
It is tighter than an ant's asshole in Florida
We
right
have-
now.
Some guests here. Fitzy, again, who I haven't seen in many years. Fitzy, do you want to hop over and change the microphone? I got to ask you a quick question.
We have Liam Fitzmaurice
No,
coming to you
I
live.
can't
I'm going to use the
move-
bathroom. We'll be
I
right back.
can't move the mic.
Okay, all right. Just walk over there. How long have you been living in New York?
I was living there for the last 2 years, but
Did-
I've been here since
Yes, the pandemic.
the end of May.
Did you watch what you say? Did you vote for Cynthia Nixon in the gubernatorial primary against Andrew Cuomo?
Not actually. That was a little bit. That was like the first summer I had moved there.
All right.
So I was still registered here.
Okay,
Mass.
that's fine. They're very strict over there. Right before we do our thank you, Fitzy. Right before our 8 o'clock call, Joe Biden, Donald Trump essentially tied in the state of Florida, 49.5. I'm sorry. Donald Trump has taken the lead. He's up by just under 3,000 votes. And it is about to be 8 o'clock on the eastern seaboard, and we have some calls to make.
What do you guys think about the local scene? What's going on here?
I think it's fine.
Fizzy, hop on Seamus' mic.
I think it's fine.
No, I mean like it's like the local elections here. Have you guys talked about that? 'Cause I mean,
We will
Talking about the
because the
local
polls closed
elections?
at Massachusetts right now. So, if I may, I'd like to make some. Oh, Seamus, sit right down. I'm about to make some calls.
Let's make some calls and we call.
All
have
right.
no idea what's
The
going on
polls are closed on the eastern seaboard at 8 o'clock, and Mass Music Radio has some calls to make. Calls for Donald Trump. Mass Music Radio is projecting that Donald Trump will win the state of Alabama,
Alabama,
Kansas,
Kansas,
Mississippi,
Mississippi,
Missouri,
Missouri,
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
Tennessee,
Tennessee,
North Dakota,
North Dakota,
and South Dakota.
South Dakota. That's a whole lot of Trump locks right there.
Yep,
Antonio.
all together, that is going to be 55 extra electoral votes for Donald Trump. Massachusetts has some calls. Mass Music Radio has some calls for Joe Biden. Mass Music Radio is projecting that Joe Biden will win the states of Connecticut,
Connecticut,
Delaware, his home
Delaware.
state, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Washington, D.C., Maine at large, and the 1st Congressional District of Maine. Now, for those who don't know, Maine and Nebraska divvy up their electoral college votes proportionally. So the only one in Maine that's still up for grabs is Maine Congressional District number 2. We have some calls that are too close. The state of Michigan, too early to call. The state of New Hampshire is too early to call. The state of Pennsylvania is too early to call. The state of Texas, still too early to call. And Maine's 2nd Congressional District, too early to call.
Oh, and we have a flood of news. Donald Trump has won Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Joe Biden has won Delaware, Connecticut, Maryland, Massachusetts,
Does it not say
and
that,
New
Andy?
Jersey. 7 correct calls out of Antonia.
Mass music radio calls.
They are lagging behind the mass music
Tisk,
radio
tisk,
calls.
tisk.
Oklahoma, yep, that's announced. Rhode Island, also in Rhode Island for Biden, Oklahoma for Trump. Once again, people, we have these locks before anyone else in the
That's
nation.
right.
So keep it locked on the mass music radio for
I
all
also
of your
have
up-to-date
some
info.
news out of Massachusetts. Mass Music Radio is projecting that Ed Markey will win re-election to the Senate in Massachusetts.
Are we
Yes.
happy about that?
We are.
Ed Markey
We love Ed
wins.
Markey. We love Ed Markey. He hasn't won, but we're projecting that.
No, of
Gov-
course he's gonna win.
Governor John Carney wins re-election in Delaware.
Oh,
I don't know if you were paying attention to that one, but that's...
he's one of the Carnies.
Oh, God.
I don't know who that guy is.
But, yeah.
Sounds like a clown.
Things are looking great.
Seamus.
Cory Booker won. Ed Markey has won his re-election in Massachusetts.
They called
That
it
is
as polls
correct.
close.
They called it. Jeanne Shaheen.
Oh, they called Jean Shaheen at
She
poll
has
close.
won in,
All
in New
right.
Hampshire.
All right.
Wow.
Jack
I
Reed
I
has
did
won
not
in
think she
Rhode
was gonna
Island.
win New Hampshire.
Oh, I can't wait to replace Jack Reed.
But yeah, I mean, things are looking really good right now for the blue. We have Joe Biden winning 85 to 55 in terms of electoral college.
Yeah, I'm
votes.
gonna add all my calls to my electoral map because everyone else is behind. So I said Alabama, Mississippi. Oh, that's for Joe Biden. My mistake. Let's see. Bop 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 bop. La 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 la. Did I call? Let's see. I called Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, the Dakotas, Oklahoma, Missouri. Oklahoma, Missouri.
And Antonio, I know you were paying attention to this one. Mitch McConnell has won in Kentucky.
Oh, they did?
It has been announced just
Ah,
now.
son of a Mitch.
Mitch
son of a
McConnell
Mitch.
has been victorious.
Oh, good. Now we can say it. You know who would have beaten Mitch McConnell?
Who?
Charles Booker.
Charles Booker.
Shame on you, Kentucky.
Charles.
You can't get justice for Breonna Taylor, and you can't get a Mitch McConnell. Sorry.
Nope.
Freudian slip right there.
We have 10% of votes in Texas that have been reported, with Joe
How's that
Biden out to
looking?
an early lead, 59.4% to 39.3.
There's no way Biden wins Texas.
I mean, I don't know.
we're not taking
I don't
Texas.
know.
We're not taking
I
it.
don't know. We're taking
not.
Texas tonight, Versace. I hate to break it to you.
First time since 76.
Yep. 76 was the year my mother was born. Anything's possible,
Texas,
Budzo.
Call.
But yeah, Florida 83% with Joe Biden in the lead, 49.6% to 49.4.
So it's
Some true dog races. Oh,
ABC not reporting Mendez versus Keenan.
what?
we're gonna have to chop in with
Kids, you
Mendez
get
and
off on
see
this
how
mic
he's
over here.
doing.
Here, grab a
But,
grab one fold up, Jazz.
Yeah, we're doing good in Massachusetts right now.
Okay. Wait a second. Did I mess up my
Oh.
math?
It looks like
Did I
Trump
mess up
is
my
back
math?
up to a lead in Florida. Yes, 85% reported in Florida. Trump is now leading by 0.2%. It's swinging back and forth. I guess that's why they call it a swing state. Am I right? But nah, man, it's close. It's really close right now. Actually,
I'll grab you a chair.
I'm shaking in my boots.
Did I call Kansas? I did call Kansas.
You did
okay.
call Kansas for Trump.
All right. I'm just adding my map. Yep, okay, the map is right. So the Mass Music Radio electoral map has Joe Biden finally taking the lead at 91. Donald Trump now far behind at 88 electoral votes. So Joe Biden is now in lead, and we still have some races that are too close to call. We have Michigan, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Maine's 2nd Congressional District. I'm going to ask James a question. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
That's good to hear.
I'll admit it right now. I'm not too knowledgeable in politics.
Hey, you're a United States citizen. You are qualified to speak on this, my friend.
Exactly. We're here. We're free, and I'm just happy to be here in the Mass Music Radio studio. And
Thank God for the day.
yeah, and thank God for the day. Seamus couldn't have said it better.
I mean, that's how I live my life. Joe Biden is thanking God for the day right now because he's out to an early lead. An early lead.
Oh, I don't know.
Ohio still looking like Biden County out there in Ohio. Joe Biden is winning 58.5% to Trump's 40.4%. 31% of the votes reported. So we'll have to keep on updating guys about that. But yeah, things are getting slick.
What's going on in West Virginia?
West Virginia has already been won by Donald Trump.
You already won it.
As we,
I think I called that, right?
You did call that.
And
as
Shelley
we
Moore
expected.
Capito won her race.
Yep.
Biden's got Delaware.
Yeah.
Biden is Delaware. Yep. He's a variety of states. Scooby, don't you dare.
What's he doing?
He's about to bark.
Scoobaloo.
Speaking of bark, I have to use the restroom. But go ahead.
Sorry, you got me there, Antonio. But yeah, 8:07. If you're still in line and you were in line before 8 o'clock, you better stay there.
Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at these. We have some very important Massachusetts races because we're here. So Seamus, why don't you fill everybody in while I use the restroom?
Yes.
And wash my hands.
And wash his hands because
I hope
there
they
is
don't
still
body
COVID.
shame me when I leave. Luckily, I'm wearing all black.
No, I don't body shame anyone, Budzo. You're good.
Yeah, someone take over Antonio.
So as of right now, as we announced, Ed Markey has won his re-election to the United States Senate, called by the Associated Press. And Antonio Acquella beforehand.
We called around the same time.
Looks like Neil has won
Whoa!
District 1.
Whoa!
Trahan has won District 3. And the rest are still being reported, but it's looking blue across the state of Massachusetts. I'll tell you that much right now.
Per usual.
How's the
Per
live
use.
free or die state, New Hampshire?
New Hampshire is, I
What's going
believe,
on, New Hampshire?
5% reported as of right now. Let's go to the specifics. Biden winning 56.9% to Trump's 42.4. So, and
Shout
it's
out
looking
Canopy
blue.
Lake Park.
A shout out to Canopy Lake Park. It's looking blue across the state of New Hampshire right now.
You know what they say in New Hampshire?
What do they say?
I'm blue, dum dee dum die. I'm blue, dum dee dum die.
Play the crickets sound
I
effects,
thought it was,
please.
honestly, I thought it was pretty
No, that was
funny.
hilarious. I'm sorry. I just wanted to
I
be an
liked it.
asshole.
I liked the
I did
to the
like
bit.
that.
You committed to the bit.
Yeah, you did the
Exactly.
whole thing.
But I agree with Versace. That is what they say in New Hampshire. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. But as of right now, 5% of estimated votes reported. Do you have any more locks, Versace? No, put the glasses on and give us a lock right now. Let's see what Versace's feeling
As
right now.
you guys know, I already have a lock, and it's unfortunate. President Trump is going to win Florida.
Yep, that
which
is his
which
lock.
is a big one. They say Florida is kind of a telltale sign of who is going to win the whole election.
It is.
Trump's going to win Florida. My next lock
Versace's lock, second lock of the night.
is another Trump one, unfortunately,
Oh,
and
God.
it's Texas.
Oh,
it's
boo.
Texas, all right. Texas.
Wrong.
The thing is, I know a lot about Texas. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, as you guys
Yeah,
know.
that is true.
I just thought I need to get a friend from Texas on the line. I'm going to work on it right now. His name is Swagasaurus Rex. He's going to come on here. Hopefully, I get his phone number.
For Antonio, who is just out of the building, we have the second Versace lock of the night, with Donald Trump winning Texas. That is Versace's second lock.
It very well could happen.
It could happen. I don't believe it will, but we're going to have to see as time
Seamus, what do
progresses.
you know about Texas, with all due respect?
I know that everything is bigger in Texas. I know that Lil B made not only a
Including
song,
voter
but
turnout.
a dance called the Texas Dance. They have big belts. Sandy Cheeks is from Texas, allegedly. That's the basis of my knowledge.
Do you have any comments? Are people enjoying having a good time?
I know, Shlomo,
Over
you've
here in
been
the
awfully
peanut
silent.
gallery.
Yeah.
Oh, let me.
Shlomo, what's your lock of the night? What state do you believe is going to be won
California?
by
I
a specific
think.
candidate?
I think that Biden's gonna win Massachusetts.
That's already won.
I
You
already called
won.
it.
You called it and it's confirmed.
Yes.
The
That's-
ballot
they
closed
didn't
10
call
minutes ago. It's
Yeah.
confirmed
I
already.
called, I
it's
called it right at
confirmed.
8 o'clock.
Oh wow. All right. Throw me a state that's undecided right now.
California.
Oh, how about
Wait,
Arizona?
I'm gonna give it
Arizona.
to Biden because Kamala Harris is she's the governor over there, I believe.
She's the
Yeah.
senator,
Do
but
we have
Senator,
music
but-
available? Can we can't play music.
we shouldn't.
music.
Royalty free.
We're not gonna make any money off this.
I got a few original records in the vault.
I kind of want to. You know the song California?
Here we go.
The theme song of the OC.
I got some patriotic music we can jump into.
Well,
Is this the
well,
number?
once we have California announced, can we play California?
I got you. I'll
I
throw
would
something
really
in
like
there.
to hear that song.
I'll throw something in.
And
there
Hulk
for you.
Hogan's theme
Uh-oh.
song too.
87% reported from Florida. Eating.
Okay.
50% to 48.9%.
Okay, this is big breaking news that ABC just put up. So 538, they're a polling aggregate website. And right before the election, they had Donald Trump winning at 11%. 538 just put up their most recent model in ABC. Donald Trump has tripled his chances to win to around 32%.
And at this hour, 36% of votes reported from Ohio, with Joe Biden maintaining his lead, 56% to 42.9.
Our correspondent Max in Ohio, who I met via Twitter, he kind of let us know Biden is probably going to win Ohio.
He did say that on the phone call. Keep it locked. I mean, we've been calling people from around this great nation.
People were counting out Ohio. I put, when we had our election special, which is still available for download and on YouTube, YouTube City, that I said that what's his face, Joe Biden would win Ohio.
This may be true or false, whatever I say right now. But you know who
I love how you preface it like that.
you know who I think probably had a lot to do with Ohio's Biden love? This guy named LeBron James, who has won countless championships and awards in basketball.
I like that point.
And
I like that point.
he has stepped down and become a
Come
a
on,
vocal
Raja.
leader.
I bet there's at least one person who flipped from yesterday or the day before when they had that LeBron James sucks chant at the Trump rally. There was that one guy in Ohio who was like, that's the final straw.
Yeah, I can't.
There has to be that one person, right? I'd say so. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you can't talk shit about LeBron. Hey, yeah. Scooby.
Well, no, marshmallows. I know Magic Mike asked. Marshmallows aren't my comfort food, but maybe I'm stress eating because they're available. But I'm going to stop that.
Scooby's chiming in. I think he has something to say about Florida.
Scooby, Dooby-Doo. Scooby's got to use the
Oh,
bathroom,
nationally speaking,
Oh, national
Donald Trump ahead. Oh, no, it's just 49.4% even right now.
Oh,
Both
yes,
candidates with 9.87 million votes.
Are there any more
This
of
is out
those
of Florida or
hard
is this national?
This is national right now. It's very close as of right now. Texas, 25% reported with Joe Biden in the lead, 56.5% to Donald Trump's 42.1%. Versace, it's not looking good for your lock in Texas.
We're not worried in Texas. Thing about Texas is they go on their own time. So a lot of the Trump voters, probably came together, and they probably voted together. So all at once, you'll probably see a big swing, a big turn, three-point turn in Texas.
Because West Texas is still voting.
Yeah, West Texas. Everyone knows about West Texas. So
Who could forget?
Facts.
Do you guys think Trump wins any neighborhood in Massachusetts?
I think
And if so, what neighborhood?
How's Neck? Definitely, they had the Freedom Fries over there.
We'd have to wait till they start results because they don't have neighborhood breakdowns
I believe the Neck
on New York Times.
I think the
and
neck has progressed. I think Squantum goes Trump.
Squantum,
but I think the
definitely.
rest of the city goes Biden.
I think everyone else goes Biden.
Yeah.
I will say they were
I
doing.
think most of the Trump neck people have moved on to Braintree, Weymouth.
Hopefully.
They're out of this city. They can't
That's
afford
great.
the city anymore.
Yeah, that's great news. Honestly, that's the best thing I've heard all day. But yeah, I mean, I think the Neck that'd be the one, but Squantum definitely.
I got my money on Squantum.
Squantum definitely. I mean, just
They
knowing what
should've
I
left
know.
the city years ago.
I was gonna say they tried to secede.
They tried
so,
They fought for independence.
I mean, I think they're gonna be the scumbags that vote for Trump. Anyone that's in Quincy is everything. I'd say a good 70% of the people in that group are gonna be voting for Trump. That's spread across Quincy, but yeah, we'll have to see. We're gonna have to see how it unfolds. Antonio, what neighborhood do you think is gonna vote for Trump in Quincy?
You have more of those? I do. Yeah.
Uh,
There's cans of it. There's like 12
hmm. I gave a lot of. I really don't know. I'm gonna be the bomb thrower. I'm gonna say QP because they're fed up.
Fed up with what?
Everything.
You think Quincy Point's gonna vote for Trump?
No, I don't know. I honestly don't think any of them's gonna vote for Donald Trump. Let's see. Okay, so ABC has the electoral map. Joe Biden 44, Donald Trump 37. They're very behind because the Mass Music Video electoral map. Joe Biden 91, Donald Trump 88.
Donald Trump still leading in Florida right now with 89% of the estimated votes being reported.
Okay, I have to do a complete breakdown of Florida because I
It's-
might within the hour.
It's 89% right now. We got 10% of the votes left to be counted for Florida.
Well, the question
There's
is
still
where.
3 counties in the Panhandle that have not been counted. So that could potentially be a huge shifter. of how this is supposed
It's
to come
starting
out.
to look that way.
So I don't know. I mean, Trump might have it in the bag, especially.
Broward County's almost done. They're 98%. Palm Beach County, Palm Beach and Miami-Dade, they're 11%. Tallahassee, they still got some room. Duval County, they still got some room. In 2016, I did say Trump was going to win Florida, but I didn't call it. They called it before I had a chance to.
all right, guys, but whoever wins, we need to figure some things out. All right, what are the next steps that America needs to take?
Well, if it's Donald Trump, you know what to do. If it's Joe Biden, I've been kind of debating, should we do the 25th Amendment on Donald Trump, on what's his face, Joe Biden, and put Kamala in charge? I don't like any of them, so
Yeah, I don't either.
they can have one of Bubba's hot ones for.
What? So you want to get rid of Biden and give it to Kamala?
I don't like her either. I'm kind of.
So what are we doing here, Antonio?
I don't know.
What do you
are we
mean?
doing?
What are we doing here?
It was a presidential election in our hands.
Because
That's
if
what
we
they're
get
doing
rid of
here.
Kamala, then it's Nancy Pelosi. I don't like Nancy Pelosi either.
Yeah, the Democratic Party. The thing is, people talk a lot of shit about the Republicans, rightfully so. The Democratic Party still has a long way to go. A long way to go, my friend. Joe Biden and Kamala, that's not the answer that we're looking for.
We're still dealing
you
with
know.
the consequences of the Clinton New Wit and third way Democrat.
Exactly.
I don't think they can hear me.
Fitzy, did you have something that you wanted to chime in?
Yeah. I was listening to you guys all upset about the state of the Democratic Party, and I love this analogy that political parties are like a bus route. All right.
Yeah.
It might not be going exactly where you want to go, but you want to go in the right
That's what I'm
direction.
saying. That's
all
a
right?
fact. That's a fact.
And Joe's going in the direction that you guys want to go.
That's why I voted for Joe.
So get on the bus.
I'm on the bus.
All
I
right,
voted for
ride the
Joe.
bus.
I voted for Joe. Was I pleased? Was I enthused about it?
There's
Not
ways we can
necessarily.
improve the bus route for sure.
That we need to improve the bus
And
itself.
we'll get there. We'll
We-
improve the bus route.
The bus itself needs to be improved, but
And
I see where you're coming from.
You know who's kind of cute on the bus a little bit is Kamala Harris. Kind of cute.
Oh, Officer Harris.
Yeah.
Officer Harris.
Oh, she's kind of a baddie.
Oh my goodness.
So that's kind of a good thing. And we need a woman in the White House. At least obviously not president.
There's always
but
been
vice
women
president.
in the White House.
Obviously not
The
president.
first lady-
Well, there.
no, I'm
you might,
saying obviously.
you might want to clarify.
I'm saying
ABC,
obviously
Mitch
because
McConnell
Kamala's
wins.
not running for
Yes,
president.
yes, yes. I see
But I'm
where you're
saying
coming
like
from.
it would be good to have a woman as vice president.
I feel so guilty about saying this, but I voted for Joe Biden too, and I hate it. When I had no intention of voting for Joe Biden until, like the remember when Trump did the church thing where he gassed everyone so he could take that picture from the church?
Yes.
I think that might have been the thing. I'm like, nope, that's it. But I do take great solace in knowing that we are going to primary the shit out of all of Biden's friends.
Yes. Most certainly.
Get him out.
Has Trump
Out.
won Texas yet?
No.
32% of Texas has been reported with Joe Biden in the lead, 54% to 44.7.
The thing about it is 32% of Texas isn't a lot because Texas is big. All right, so you're gonna have 66% of Texas.
Texas is big. Can confirm.
Give it a second.
Can't
Texas big.
Well, technically, James, 30. You said 32% of Texas isn't much because it's big, but like percentages, I don't know. They sort of like I don't
Right,
know.
well, you gotta think 66%. 66% of Texas is not available yet. You gotta think.
What the hell's going on?
Texas is big. In other news, let's
Texas
see
is
who
not
is
decided
reported.
yet.
What?
Go ahead.
I didn't say anything. I'm just saying what the hell's happening.
What the hell is happening? I'll inform
No,
you
just
what's
in general.
happening.
Oh, let's get some results in Georgia.
Georgia, as of right
one of
now.
our dear friends is from Georgia. So Donald Trump winning Georgia by, let's say 10%. 54.5 to 44.5. Let's take a look at that Senate race. And, oh boy. Let's see. David Perdue, 55.7 to John Ossoff's 42.4. And the special Senate race. So I think with the special Senate race, it looks very likely that Raphael Warnock is going to move on to the runoff. But who's going to join him? Is it going to be Kelly Loeffler? Kelly Loeffler, we may remember, got in a lot of trouble because she was doing some insider trading when coronavirus happened.
Scumbag.
She's a scumbag, and she owns a women's basketball team, and she hates basketball.
Really?
No, I don't know, but I do know that she
Uh-huh.
owns a basketball team.
Does
So
she
that's
ball?
kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. What else is kind of cool is that Joe Biden's still in the lead in Ohio with 41% reported.
I have not. Oh, okay, all right. I'm sorry. What am I
Are you ready to
apologizing for?
call Ohio yet, Antonio?
I haven't seen the Ohio map, but we are getting results out of Fulton County. That's where Atlanta is. So it's only 13%. So Joe Biden might be able to squeak them away.
I hope he does.
Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia are the three dominoes. If Biden loses two of those, long night. If Trump wins two of those, long night.
Let's pretend I'm a millionaire and I walk up to you and I say, "Hey, you have $10,000 to
Okay.
bet on a candidate that's gonna win tonight. Who do you think is gonna win?"
Joe Biden. Joe Biden. He has more opportunities, more options to win. Donald Trump has to hold everything. You know how hard it is to hold everything? Have you gone to Stop and Shop and you said, I don't need a bag. Carry everything to your car, and you lose your little Debbies and your eggs and your toilet paper, but you're like, no, I can freaking do it. And
But do you think some of the same things were being said election night in 2016?
Yes, I was there. But 2016 was a totally different time, in my opinion. Even though we have our problems with Joe Biden, everybody hated Hillary Clinton. Everybody hated Hillary Clinton. I was shocked at how much we hated Hillary Clinton, considering how the Democratic primary went.
I've had some emails I've had to delete upon further review, too. So I just don't understand how that was such a big deal.
Well, she rigged the primary against Bernie, so, we can't be that forgiving. Right, Seamus?
You know
Yes.
about rigged elections, Antonio.
Oh, yes.
He does firsthand.
Fitzy, do you want to talk about your memories from that
The
election?
thing is,
A lot of rigging.
Fitzy was in the inside. Fitzy might have actually had a hand in the result of
that's a
that
hefty
said election. Remember you were friends with a lot of those.
I remember Fitzy too, and I actually gave Antonio a standing ovation with him after his speech. So
Forget.
people forget, yeah.
The
I don't.
The
Time
hot
doesn't.
mic moment that we came back.
Yeah.